All right, what's good, gamers, and thamers? Hopefully you're all having a good one out there, whether it's morning, afternoon, or nighttime for you. We are happy to join you for some Street Fighter 6 action, and hopefully you're ready for it. I'm Ryu, joined here by Wonder Chef. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing great. Like I said, I'm not a morning person. You know, that's why they know it's all weebs here. So it's
right.
That's why 10 a.m. is like the first set of pools. Unfortunately, that's still a little bit too early for me. You know, I'm going to sleep at 10 a.m. maybe, but no, I'm super pumped to be here. I mean, Street Fighter 6 had an amazing turnout. We've got some really sick players in the set of pools as well. So honestly, I'm excited to see the action. Right, we're starting fresh. We're starting early on in the pools, the second day of pools, I guess one should say.
Right.
But obviously, there's quite a few. So I'm just excited. I want to have fun.
Right. And you know, the whole thing that you said there about, like, you know, this kind of an anime nerd thing and whatnot was kind of a big one, because some people were up early in the morning. Like, this is a 24-hour venue, and one of the areas that was 24 includes the karaoke. And I heard people when I was leaving last night around, like, I think it was like around like midnight, 1 a.m., and people were like going in to do karaoke at that time. I was like, look, I got to be up at 10 a.m. I got to be an adult. I'm a morning person on the other hand, unfortunately for you, because you have to deal with my crap in the morning.
Good, I can see a little bit of energy at least, right?
Yeah.
We'll take whatever we can get. But no, honestly, it's so sick too that there's 24 hours, like at least some of the rooms here are 24 hours. I couldn't sleep this morning, actually. I was like super excited. Honestly, I'm having an amazing time. This is my first Taku, actually. So
really?
I was just like, you know what? I've been playing like a lot of Idol Showdown. I've been playing a lot of, like, basically 4 games here. Idol Showdown, Skullgirls, Street Fighter 6, and MK1. So I'm like, this is just the perfect tournament for me. It's like a good time for me. I've always wanted to come out here. The normal CEO is a really good event that I've been to once, and so I was like, hey, I'm just going to do it, and I've been so excited, been so happy that I was like, you know what? It's like 6 a.m. I'm just going to go and just lab in the 24-hour area. I'm just going to training mode.
Wow.
Like, what else can you do, right?
I'm legitimately impressed, because I was also up like 5 a.m. anyway, just because, you know, I'm just hecked up like that. But, you know, I'm like, all right, well, let me do the same thing. I kind of went to the arcade. I started downloading some games. I'm like, okay, let me warm up in these and be ready for this and start doing some stuff here. So, you know, a little bit of pre-tournament preparation as well. But I saw like no one else there either. So we might just be built different in terms of preparation out here. And you know what? I love that for us.
Yeah, you know, I'm still going to drop my combos in the tournament. Let me tell you.
Yeah,
I got pools
100%.
later today,
Yeah.
but at least it'll sound like I prepared, which is a little bit of a lie. But I'm excited. We are getting some of our first players down, and I'm just excited to see too, like, what people are playing today, because we're kind of in like a cool spot, I feel, for like the Street Fighter 6 meta, where like I feel like we kind of broke out the gate, and everybody was like, well, there's some characters that are clearly a little bit weaker and clearly stronger, but then all of a sudden we had, you know, like Ryu's doing well and Zengi's doing well, and that was kind of over the past like month or so, where we haven't had as many offline events like post Evo, and now we're kind of here. There's a huge turnout, and I feel like we're going to see, especially I feel with like a lot of anime game players, they're going to play like some interesting characters, right? You don't want the boring stuff.
Right. You know, it's been kind of a nice thing as of late in like the fighting game scene, where a lot of top level players from different games are crossing over into like these new games. Like we saw it with Strive, we saw a lot of the Street Fighter players come over, but now we're kind of doing it in reverse here. We have a high concentration of some of the best anime players in the world hanging out here, and then coming down to here to play Street Fighter 6 instead, or Mortal Kombat 1, as you were kind of talking about earlier.
Yeah, we had in Mortal Kombat, I know I'm barely, no, it's not the same game, but we had Belinkus, who was like who won DNF Duel at I believe it was ECT, like qualified pools here, and we've had, I mean, just a lot of game players that are really good at a lot of anime games. Zentai as well, who didn't come from that. So like, there's just like the cross pollination of every single game right now is so sick, and I'm sure we're going to see a lot of that as well here today with Street Fighter 6. I feel like that was like a really big one. Everybody from every scene tried Street Fighter 6.
Yeah, everyone's put some hands into it, just like kind of want to figure it out. And I think the overall consistency, which is really cool for a change, is that everyone just generally actually likes the game. No ifs, ands, or buts, just saying, hey, this game is really, really good and I enjoy it. And like even going back to an earlier point here, if I'm recognizing the player accurately, I believe the person within the red jacket is Betadood, a top-level BlazBlue player from when I was back in the day was playing BlazBlue, was coming out with the Ragna, and is still to this day placing top 3 and usually top 1 in the tournaments. That's a terrifying matchup to have at 10 a.m. in the morning.
Let me tell you too, anime game players, for anybody who's like a Street Fighter fan and hasn't played a lot of anime games, anime players they're just different, you know, they just play different in a good way. But it is like you have to be on 100% all the time. And you know, I was talking about interesting characters. We've actually got a little bit of some like you know, some plain white bread characters right here. We're gonna see the JP, who's actually got so much sick swag, I don't know, setups and combos and stuff. But definitely getting in could be a little bit tough. And then Ryu on the other side. Actually, I think this is such a sick version of Ryu in this game.
Yes! Oh my god, yes, he's so cool in this version. Like, to the point where I even told you earlier, I'm trying to shy away from Shoto characters, and I'm looking at Ryu, I'm like, I'm an idiot.
I'm actually kind of excited that Betadood's playing Ryu. I feel like playing the main character is like such a cool little like thing to have, like a character trait, you know, no matter what game you play in.
Right. And like, this is the big thing, because like I said, this is Betadood, and now you play Ragnar. They brought Ragnar to levels that people didn't really expect in terms of BlazBlue. They thought he was playing Jane kind of guy. So, okay, now you put Ryu into this exact same situation, and Betadood's the exact kind of person who would bring sauce to an otherwise sauceless character.
Well, so far, doing a pretty good job of it. V-Red not able to really keep the zoning going, I guess you could say. Started finally getting a little bit of space, but has to be worried. Just any hit, even trading the fireball is just GG right here. Ooh, try to what? I'm telling you, that's why I said you just gotta be 100%. You get hit by the drive rush overhead, and then you just DP, EX-DP. Like, you better hit your 10 a.m. links, or you are done.
Yeah, look, I ain't scared of nothing at this point here. This is a do or die situation for you. You better call an ambulance for you. And now we're getting throw loops again into the corner here. Tries to backdash there with the amnesia. Gonna pop it up into the air here. Nice combo from V-Red.
All right, again, building a little bit of space. It was looking pretty good when V-Red made some space last time. The teleport out. Oh, no, tried to swing. That's going to be the big DI. There's a lot of meter here. Could easy cash out, easy peasy. I wanted to see the level 2 combo just because it's swaggy, but you know what? It's 10 a.m. You punish somebody for dropping a combo early on. You don't want to be the one that gets punished for that. So Betadood looking good, up 1 game.
Right. You don't want to let him see you sweat or anything like that, so that's really, really important. But you know, V-Red has at least been playing live in the a lot of the Tampa Never Sleeps brackets online and stuff like that. So V-Red is still pretty experienced in this game and doing a pretty good job against Betadood in general. But Betadood's just kind of mentality to play like the playing game makes him absolutely happy, and a drive impact again as a read as well.
Yeah, 2DI's doing really, really good work so far, and honestly, the damage from it's pretty good from Ryu. That's one thing that Ryu's definitely not going to be missing in is that department. And okay, just jabbing, just throwing out the jab. Nice parry. That was almost unnecessary. Could have been a DI there for maybe more damage, but now you got the corner, you got the sick JP setup potentially.
Yeah, absolutely. Ooh, gets the corner as well with the drive it back to return here, but doesn't get the full confirm. And a nice tech as well from Betadood. Very, very good about throw teching in this game as well, because once again, BlazBlue has a lot of throw tech situations that you have to react to, so Betadood can really feel that out.
Yeah, and the strike throw game in this game is so strong. All right, 1 fireball away. Again, you have to be really careful this mid-range. I mean, I love V-Red's patience. Oh, a good jump. Doesn't get punished for it. Doesn't get anti-aired. There's a chance here, but not going to be easy. 2 bars means that we could at least see some... Oh, never mind. Great EX-DP. Honestly, it's pretty hard to do that because you don't have very much time.
Yeah, absolutely. And Betadood, just once again, probably just so ready for that left-right situation to come out very, very quickly, was absolutely ready on the other end there. It's like, look, you have so many options you can do here without dying. I can cover all of them just by being patient and waiting outside of the corner there. That's just a very Street Fighter specific thing, along with like games like KOF too that are more honest in the neutral type of thing.
Honest, quote unquote honest.
Yeah, honest. Heavy quotes. Honest is doing a lot of heavy lifting there, and right now Betadood's combos in the corner are doing a lot of heavy lifting as well.
Ooh, that was really, really smart. Counter hit Stand Fierce into drive impact to make sure the burnout happens, and now yeah, that's gonna be GG. I mean, that was a super cool way to do that, but yeah, just not able to get out of the corner. Betadood looking really, really optimal. I love it.
Yeah, just once again has played the most like plain Jane character in terms of Guilty here, excuse me, BlazBlue. And like BlazBlue has gone off the scene to the point where like you see Ragnar, he's just a guy with a sword. He's very much just a guy with a sword. And there's this like lady floating in midair with like these giant ribs that she can't be hit out of like anything or anything like that. So Betadood is really good about capitalizing and making the most of just like, here's my very basic fundamental options. Here's how I'm going to structure it within this game plan, and it's up to you to figure out, okay, how do you read me as a player? You have to play me on a player level versus a just sheerly character level, and we saw a lot of that there.
Yeah, it's, I mean, honestly, Ryu is, again, in kind of weird kind of spot where, like, you know, it was considered, I mean, looking at, like, the online records and stuff, which, of course, that only means so much, was, like, really, really low, surprisingly low, especially considering, like, the tools. And then finally, there's been some results with Ryu, but definitely, like, some of the main tools are still there. It's just, like, can you play as well as the rest of the cast in Street Fighter 6, right?
Right. And, I mean, Betadood's definitely the one to do it. One of the best ones out there to do it, as always, and we saw a very, very strong performance there. Great way for Betadood to start off the day here because there's plenty more Street Fighter 6 to go.
I gotta say, too, that for that, like, caliber of match was, like, it's surprising that was a first-round pools match, right? That felt like that would have been a later in pools match because, honestly, V-Red was, like, I mean, just was on the back foot the entire time, but clearly, like, once they built some space, they were doing some really good stuff. That was not like, oh, you're playing some random person who entered and, like round one. So definitely tough first round match.
Right, exactly, because, you know, we don't exactly have all the seeding down for this game yet. Like I mentioned, you know, V-Red's been doing a lot of the TNS stuff. On the other hand, I don't think Betadood's been playing a lot of Street Fighter 6 tournaments yet. On the other hand, so it's like Betadood's a very strong player, but we have no data, so probably didn't get seeded very high. But on the other hand, no, Betadood's kind of cracked, honestly. So, like you said, V-Red doing a very good job, but I think that's the thing about JP, right? You kind of get on the back foot and you can't get out. That's what this character kind of loses at when the pressure's too strong.
And now we've got some other players coming up. Speaking of BlazBlue, that is a BlazBlue shirt, right? It's hard to see on the screen
I think that's a Susanna shirt, if I can tell. Yeah, a little bit squanched up there for sure, but nonetheless, a P4U stick. So you know we're in the right area for anime.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Hey, move your badge. I want to see your shirt.
Yeah. Hold on, show off your shirt. You got to show off your flex game. Yeah, cancel the match. This is a fashion show now. We got a new cosplay going on here.
On the other side, though, sporting the jersey. That's always a little bit of a flex. So, you know, it's always like a little bit intimidating playing in pools or even not in pools and somebody's wearing a jersey. And even if you don't know them, it's actually scary if you don't know who they are actually. Right? You're like, wait a minute, am I playing against somebody who's like super cracked? But oh my gosh, we're getting a Zangief this early on.
Oh, wow. And I see how awake the opponent actually is in this case here, because that's one character that will definitely catch you slipping if you're not wearing your rubber boots in the morning. Yes. And only needs to catch you slipping once or twice, and it might be GG. But honestly, he's going to have a really tough time dealing with the pressure from Cammy. That's the best thing about Street Fighter 6, by the way. Oh my god, yes. It's so freaking good. I love that. All right, so we got GOTE Simpletricks out here versus Hee-Homeboy, which I remember seeing that name earlier, and I'm like, that's such a good name. Oh my gosh. Shouts to the Persona likers out there, the Shin Megami Tensei likers, before chat blows me up.
Yeah. I was actually going to say something like that, but you immediately went for the safety net right there. But okay, already getting the running bear grab, so the Oki's already starting.
Yeah.
This is going to be, I mean, the thing is here, even if you have like a character advantage against Zangief, a lot of time you have to kind of take some risks because you got to play point blank, and if you're not the one under the pressure, this is exactly what can happen.
Exactly. Good stuff there. Simpletricks from Simpletricks, absolutely there. Got into the corner, just ran in. Oh, that's a free punish right there. High damage to start this off here. Okazeme goes right back in with the running bear grab.
Oh no, this is so many grabs landing. Okay, Whisper Strike this time, gonna get the full conversion. Yo, nice execution so far.
All right, can we get some nice confirms out here as well? Like it. Oh.
Ooh, that was, I mean, well, you know, we take those regardless. I don't know if that was like an intentional setup, because it did seem like a crouching high kick was like kind of meaty, but that was like a weird way to do that. I'm just giving it the benefit of the doubt, okay?
Right.
The timing of the crouching high kick was fine after whatever happened right there at least. So, good round from Simpletricks.
Yeah, good stuff. So Simpletricks, I know recently has started been picking up Rashida a little bit as well. So, you know, kind of has even a backup plan in terms of like, okay, the Zangief not working out for some reason. All right, I have another character I can go to. But Cammy needs to stay in as well. And this is actually working out very well for Simpletricks, as Hee-Homeboy doesn't want to stay out, can't really go in. We saw a DP there, a little bit of a kind of a flinch situation, and unfortunately gets punished super hard for it.
Yeah, the thing is, like, even though I was saying this before, even if it's scary to fight Zangief, you can't play scared against Zangief, because Zangief players will take advantage of that 100%. They smell the fear in you like an animal. They see like, wait a minute, they're gonna block for one fragment of a second. I am SPDing right now, and I'm gonna end their entire bracket run. So, also I gotta say too, it seems like Simpletricks, oh my gosh, very experienced Zangief. You can tell by like the moments that they're SPDing, where it might not just be like simple tick throws like that, but everything's working out. I mean, this is a match point. This is just one hit away.
Yeah. Ooh, but nice crouching medium kick there from Hee-Homeboy. Gonna try to get going in there. Nice command grab as well. Jumps over, but just gets grabbed out of it, unfortunately. Simpletricks not really worrying about it. Just gonna match it out and say, you can't do enough damage to me in the long run, and this wins it for me as well. So show me what you got, and the answer is, no, I got you, brother.
I mean, that's a great showing. I'm as excited to see, like, again, like I said this earlier in the day, like some of the more lesser picked characters, and that again is a very, very practiced Zangief, right? I mean, that was 100% like even like the DP, like it's really easy for if somebody whiffs a DP rather than you actually blocking it. You don't have your ready go-to punish going, because you're like, well, I got to punish before I can get anything going. Like, I'll just SPD, or I'll just hit something, and that was like the full headbutt combo, the full counter hit conversion, every single thing about it. It was just optimal play. It was 6 to see.
Right. You know, that's always the best part that you can do about Zangief here. You can make every single mistake hurt there, and, you know, once again, we keep talking about the morning brackets and everything like that, and we also have to consider that some people are not from the East Coast, so it's early morning for them. You know, those little slight mistakes feel a lot worse when you're like, oh, what am I doing there? And just like, you have that little bit of morning brain fog and stuff like that. So, you know, we kind of work differently out here, so shout out to the people showing up here, but a little bit more shout outs to Simpletricks here, keeping it strong this morning.
Yeah, I'm excited to see as we get through the bracket, like when we start seeing some of these players match up against each other. Of course, classic pools situation. I mean, we've had good matches so far. It's just once we start getting to the end of these, we've been seeing some really good matches in kind of like every single game so far this weekend. There's a lot of strong players here for Street Fighter, even though it's not, I would say, like the classic game to be here at Taku. Again, there's strong players that come from every other game that are here at Taku, and some players that came here specifically for it. So it's been a good showing, and we're just about like halfway done with pools as we're starting off today. So we'll see who else can maybe make a big splash.
Right. And you know, it's a really good point as well, because we're in a very concentrated state like Florida. So they were doing a lot of like weeklies here and everything like that. I believe kind of the big one is Retro Revival. That's kind of the big one I've been seeing a lot as well, and like they're hosting events everywhere around here. So there's a lot of huge energy out here for people to say, okay, look, I happen to be in Florida as well. Let's just all kind of come to one area. There's still going to be strong players because once again, we have a lot of that crossover, and we're seeing kind of like the clash of two worlds. Speaking of the clash of two worlds, no, I'm out. See you later. I'm done. I'm done commentating. I'm going home. I don't want to see this at 10 a.m. in the morning.
Oh no, double jury. All right, this is going to be. We can just count the drive rushes, I think, in this match, and we'll see who actually comes out with more drive rushes, and if that means that they're going to win. But this is going to be...
Start off a drive rush. Come on, start off a drive rush.
Yeah.
Dang it. I was really hoping for it.
But yeah, so this is going to be tough. I mean, of course, just a kid, very well known for the jury, not just in 6, but in 5. And on the other side, Yuukirena having to go for the mirror. And this is a weird mirror, by the way, because honestly, a lot of jury's tools in the neutral, they just match up so evenly in the mirror. It's not like you're going to have like a cheat to get through. It's going to be like, yeah, you're going to have to drive rush, or you're going to have to throw out your classic options, but they're also going to have the exact same thing. Like a more, I don't want to say honest mirror, but it kind of almost. Right. I don't know the word for it.
I think that honestly, the word I would use here is like you're fearful of the other opponent's like options to say, look, I know if you hit this thing, I have to respect you, but I also know like here's the opportunity that I don't have to respect you a little bit here and there.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to just wait and see to see how the other opponent actually plays and what they favor in terms of options, in terms of safety or aggression. And right now, Jack is doing extreme aggression right now.
Yeah, Yuukirena just getting burned out a little bit early there. Had to kind of spend a lot of drive gauge to try and start making that comeback, and in the end, it just ended up getting them into a situation where they were in chip territory, and you can get some very nice guaranteed chip. Yeah, there we go. Matching up tools. Oh, I like the attempt for the dive kick, but it was just a little bit late there, going for the simple conversion level 3.
Yeah, there we go. So we're going to get the knockdown off of this one. Are we going to see a drive rush right after this to see if they can keep it locked down on the ground here? Are we going to see an up back in fear of that as well? No, actually just kind of keeps it a little bit close to home here. Yuukirena doesn't exactly do anything. And what a reaction from Jax as well to DP on the other side.
Yeah, I've got to say, we've seen a disappointingly low amount of drive rushes, but oh, nice. Goes for the jump heavy to stop any potential anti-air right there. We've been seeing like the normal, there we go right there, normal pinwheels. No invincibility, but it's not going to matter. Both in burnout, and that's going to be, again, I think it may have been a double chip win overall. So
yeah,
the burnout, definitely something Yuukirena is going to have to be worried about coming into this game too.
Exactly. So once again, kind of go to another point that we talked about earlier with like, strong anime players kind of hanging out here. Jack is sharing the same team name as Hotashi, one of the top Stride players. So, definitely someone to be looking at in terms of skill. I know they've gotten like a 9th at a Tampa Never Sleeps tournament as well. So we're definitely seeing that strength on display right now against Yuukirena.
Yeah. I mean, great player. Like I was saying, well known for especially the 5 jury when back when jury was not considered quite so good. But yeah, I mean, obviously anybody who's on Team Moist is going to be good at pretty much whatever game that they are actually playing, and it's good to see. I don't know if they play too many other games that are here. So maybe just here for Street Fighter. Nice anti-air over the projectile. I mean, jumping's going to be always a death wish here. And if you don't have the lead, you're the one who's going to have to take the bigger risks, and it's been, just taking the lead over and over, and that's just how they've stayed in control.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And just kind of staying on that aggression is like a really, really good thing. But Yuukirena's starting to find some gaps in the distance here. Just going to go for a simple super here just to kind of get some knockdown into the corner. All right. No drive rush again.
Oh, no anti-air. Really needed to keep that anti-air to keep the corner and keep the pressure going. Had a good chance to start getting a burnout too, like maybe getting some sort of conversion into like drive impact at the end there, or like potentially level 3 if they build more meter. No, just to get at level 3. But instead, this is looking like this might be it. No conversion. Drops the full combo.
Yeah, all right. But one opportunity here for Yuukirena, but does burn out as well. Can't really do anything about that. Just no mirror to speak of, unfortunately. Yeah, kind of that smile like that. Oh, darn. Yeah, there was just nothing I could kind of do at the end there. And, you know, Jack was ready for that. Responded in kind ahead of time and was able to hit that drive impact at the end there.
Yeah, really, really solid stuff. Again, I don't want to say that that's like an honest mirror, but it's one of those ones where it's like if you are not like consistently winning out in the neutral situations, you have to take a lot of really tough risks, and then you just get punished so hard for it when you're playing against good players. And again, it was just like the early lead was going one direction, and then it just kind of it snowballed. It snowballed
right.
over and over because there's not going to be a lot of like easy gimmick ways to get in. And then also, both players, maybe just the fact that of course, that character's drive rushes so much, maybe they're like, well, you use it a lot, I'm not going to try it against you because you're going to know how to, you know, react to it a little bit better. But yeah, we made the joke. I made the joke about how we can count them. Honestly, you can count them. There was only like 4 or something.
Yeah. Look, I got that many numbers on my fingers. Yeah. Wow, I've never seen my fingers fing like that before. Well, we get into the next match here. Still good stuff to Jax. We'll see them a little bit later on here, but I think we got a slightly familiar face here on the left here with NuckleDu kind of coming in here, looking relaxed, calm, chill. And how do you have to feel like at 10 o'clock in the morning? You're just like, oh, this is what I got to deal with, huh? All right, that's cool. All right, cool. I mean, Guile's already a pain enough in my bun, but you know, all right, I got to actually like fight one of the best. All right, I could just quit now and like no one would know the difference.
Yeah, fighting against Guile already makes me tired, no matter what time it is of the day. And to start off the day, it's like the opposite of a cup of coffee. It's yeah, you've got to be patient. But you know what? Are we actually going to see the Blanca here? Because Blanca players, they're always caffeinated. Oh no, are we going to see Ryu here?
Ooh.
I'm assuming, yeah. So the left side is going to be NuckleDu, I'm assuming, and then right side we're going to see another Ryu. A lot of Ryu. Oh wait, they're wearing a Ryu shirt, so that does make sense.
There's no correlation. You're just a brain genius. You figured it out just off of context clues alone. Can I call you Sherlock?
Cheflock. How about
Cheflock? Oh my God, Cheflock's into the building, y'all.
We'll take this. No, honestly, all I'm doing here is just looking at everybody's shirts, apparently. That's going to be my entire gimmick today. We saw the Susanoo one before, and we're going to see the Ryu one this time. But this is going to be, again, a little bit of an honest situation to try and get in. Again, no real fireball skipping tools from Ryu, of course. From Lilman, amazing name, by the way. I love that name.
Yeah, no, he's just a little guy. He's just a little guy on his birthday on his 10 a.m. pools. But, you know, to give it up to Little Man for a little bit here, did get 5th recently at the FGC's Boomer Monthly. So, you know, NuckleDu, one of the top players for sure, has been for a long time here, but Little Man is not just some little man.
Yeah, already doing quite well. Getting burned out, but honestly, we see both players really, really low on drive gauge, and NuckleDu is just staying barely above that situation, but if they block a little bit too much, then they're going to be in trouble. Little Man finally getting out of that burnout, not taking all that much damage in it. You could take a ton of chip, guaranteed basically from Guile if Guile gets a little bit of advantage, but nice conversion. But NuckleDu burning out for it though, and honestly doesn't have that much of a life lead. Yeah,
it's actually been pretty close. Little Man's been doing a great job about doing the Bari buttons, making sure that NuckleDu can't approach, and like even the jump situations haven't been punished super hard, so Little Man can get away with it, honestly. Compared to when NuckleDu jumped in, it was a full heavy DP.
Okay, this is the tough spot. The zoning has begun. The screen control is entirely in the favor of NuckleDu. Yeah, you gotta take a risk eventually. Yeah. I mean, hey, if that landed, if that was the right read on like a Sonic Boom, then that was GG's. For sure, Ryu has enough damage, but I mean, really close one. You know, you're saying this is obviously pretty tough. NuckleDu, pretty well known, I'd say. But no, yeah, doesn't get the punish. Oh, that's rough.
The heavy kick actually soaring over the beautiful hairstyle Geely.
Yeah, low profiling is a skill they teach you in the Air Force.
Yeah. Air Force, go low. Wait, what? All right, the combo's looking really good here. We're definitely going to see some double 2 here. Going to extend a combo here. Yep, just pushing it here for level 1 as well. Going to style a little bit at this 10 a.m. pool. You love to see it.
All right, well, definitely the second round was a lot more NuckleDu favored, but Lil Man put up a really good fight. Like, literally, again, one read away, which just tends to be that way, right? It always looks silly. It makes people kind of look a little bit dumb if they jump in and get anti-air to lose. But you got to say, I mean, it's like that's the risk you got to take, especially if you're playing a more normal character like Ryu. I did air quotes, you can't see it. Right now, though, have to take a lot of big risks to make the comeback.
Right, exactly. You can't show that someone like NuckleDu, you can't show that you're scared against them. You have to play in their game. You have to show that you're willing to, gamble and risk a little bit here and play on their level. That's the most important part, that you want to play on their level.
Yeah, and again, Lilman doing a ton of damage just in that one exchange, like bringing things back. They have screen control too, just barely. You can see the
again.
Reaction. Yeah, that is so clean. You cannot test that. Honestly, there's so many characters with great mid-range anti-fireball tools, and if you're playing a cracked player with good reactions, you are so scared to throw those out in that range.
Right, exactly. And so Lilman's kind of, I think Lilman's starting to see like, okay, I'm getting close on some of my options here. What are some of the other stuff I can do while NuckleDu plays it super patiently? What are my options here? And I think NuckleDu is realizing that as well. Smells blood in the water and just kind of closing into the corner again. Case in point, oh my God, what an air-to-air.
Yeah, Lilman's also been doing such a good job of taking advantage when NuckleDu backs up a little bit too much, so I like the offense. It's been working really well. That's huge. Big combo, 3 bars here. This could be the kill. It very, very much could be the kill. Can we get the full conversion? Yes. That's level 2. All right, one more, and then level 1 very soon. Oh, no!
The drop! Can we get the full?
So close!
Oh, no, light punish at the end there. That's so unfortunate.
Yeah, oh no, just one single normal. Wanted to go for the fancy finish, gets the shimmy instead. Regardless, a great showing to put up. Again, for being an early pulls match, that was super high level.
Yeah, that was insanely good, because once again, Lilman was doing a great job kind of throwing those Abari buttons, like the medium kicks, the crouch medium kicks, and just, okay, I'm just going to keep you out. Didn't really have to convert anything all that much, but at the same time, it was like, okay, that made NuckleDu kind of start spacing out a little bit, and then we saw the counterplay of like, okay, if you're going to start staying still, I'm going to start throwing fireballs. If you're going to start throwing fireballs now, I'm going to start EX flash kicking. So we kind of saw like that huge rock, paper, scissors game cycling through and everything like that, and that's the high level play at that point. Lilman is hella good, but NuckleDu was just a better player this morning.
Yeah, you know what? But dropped the final combo, so I think we got to get the disqualification.
Yeah, get NuckleDu out of here. Yeah. You've embarrassed all Guile players everywhere. We don't want to see this. Yes. If I want to get a sloppy buffet, I would go out to the Gatorville out here.
That is not an exaggeration, but yeah, you know what? Still, I mean, well, NuckleDu will be back. Get another chance to land it, I'm sure. Many more chances to land that combo, as we're going to see NuckleDu. Probably a favorite to make it, I would say, people would be relatively surprised if NuckleDu wasn't in top 8.
Right.
But that's just from some past history. You know, maybe he's done pretty well at a few tournaments here and there.
Yeah, he's okay.
yeah.
Might have won some recent invitationals or even get invited to the invitationals in the first place.
Maybe world champion, little things like that. Not a big deal. But new to the game. But I'm excited to see who else we're going to be getting. We got a lot of Ryus today. So but the thing is, Ryu, like I said, I actually think it's really fun to watch Ryu in this game, especially too if they get any sort of like the cool fancy combos. Like I love level 2 combos of Ryu.
Yes.
It's just like so satisfying. Any game where Ryu has a donkey kick is like a fun version of Ryu, I think. It's just kind of the rule. Where it might see the other side though with the Ken, and we can actually see the Jamie. I know you're a Jamie fan.
Yes, I'm a Jamie main out here, and I really want to see Jamie succeed. You know, we're kind of getting like a lot of interesting conversation around Jamie as of late, where people are like, oh, Jamie players are downplaying Jamie, but the Jamie players are like, no, it's tough still. Like, sure, we can get to a winning condition, but we have to get to a winning condition, period. So I'm very curious to see how some Jamie players are playing.
Okay.
I'm going to fight them. Hold on a second.
We got trolled. I thought we were getting really trolled because they moved over to Luke, and that would have been really funny. But at least moving over to Marisa, this is a cool pick. I'm a huge fan of all Marisa play. Now we'll see exactly how you can do against Ken. Widely considered quite good, I will say, and currently on the offense. That's one of the big things about this game is that a lot of the characters where you're scared of their offense, you got to be offensive to them, and that's working out super well.
Right, exactly. So we have MrPomegranx versus, I'm going to say LazyLaze, because I don't know how to pronounce that special letter at the end there. Sorry, I'm American.
I'm just gonna say lazy.
No one knows what this is.
I can't pronounce normally spelled names.
Right, exactly.
English letters, so we'll.
It's just a stream overlay thing. Gotcha. Okay.
No.
So MrPomegranx, actually a plus R player, did very well in the tournament yesterday as well. So coming off fresh off that hype and going to show off their magic here in this game too. So another top level anime player showing off his skills in Street Fighter 6, and it's been all throws, baby.
Oh, yeah, looking really good. Who do they play in plus R?
They play Soul.
Okay, so they're boring. No, I'm kidding,
Yeah.
I'm kidding. they like fire characters.
Exactly,
It works,
exactly.
it works.
They like Tef Fire.
Yeah. Ooh, the parries come out, and now they're actually both in burnout, but nice, the full conversion, right when they both get to a scary situation, and yeah, it's just been entirely the offense. I mean, there are definitely, obviously, some connections between Soul and Ken, right? Like, there's a lot of aggression on both sides. They both have strong DPs. They kind of keep you controlled. And hey, we are actually going to get to Luke, so that wasn't as much of a troll. Still the troll that we're not going to get to Jamie, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
I love watching Jamie, but Luke's going to be able to hold down the Nooch a lot better, I would say, against Ken. Maybe be able to slow down the pace of the match a little bit more, a lot more with Sandblast.
Yeah, yeah. And maybe kind of realize, like, okay, look, if you're going to try to get in, then I'm going to try to keep you out, and I'm going to have a proper reversal as well to make sure that, like, if you approach, I got something there. Oh, also a little bit short of a conversion there. Kind of doing some buttons to keep out and everything, but not really converting so far.
Ooh, the full conversion. Not afraid to burn out. There's two types of players, right? There's the ones who just never spend their drive meter, and then there's the ones that are just like, I'm burned out within the first 5 seconds of the game, and I'll tell you which one MrPomegranx is the second, the latter.
Right, exactly. But I mean, you know, we saw MrPomegranx in the first match, probably thought like, look, you're susceptible to throw loops, I'm just going to keep doing that to you because that doesn't require any meter to use anything with. But we even saw like the super rip at the end there. So there's a lot of confidence going into this that LazyLaze is actually doing a good job kind of circumventing and controlling and kind of putting him back into like a little bit of a cage.
Yeah, I mean, clearly, obviously, already getting around. The Luke's looking pretty good compared to the Marisa. Marisa can get rushed down a little bit, and we're seeing that here. Now, we'll see if we can see some more DPs. At least the threat of it might be even more important than having it, right? You've got to respect it a little bit more. Oh, no! Big combo in the corner could have been bigger. Oh, but the perfect parry. Very nice. That's just side switch, exactly.
Yeah, yeah. Not a lot of damage on perfect parries because of how it scales, but getting the corner off of that is so important for Ken, and probably even more important for MrPomegranx of how he plays. Yeah, drive impact's absolutely going to get huge damage off this. Oh, no! Never mind. Misses the follow-up there and doesn't react. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, that's, I mean, at least getting the follow-up there, but getting that full conversion can be a little bit weird because you have to, like, delay the low off of the kick, and you can do it too fast, you can do it too late, and, I mean, I definitely would drop it not only at 10 a.m., but also any time of the day.
Right.
So, I appreciate going for it, but already this is a match point here for MrPomegranx. LazyLaze is definitely still in this, just has to get out of that corner.
Yeah, absolutely. But going to get a full conversion here at the very minimum, so this is going to be a pretty good life lead. But LazyLaze can make a comeback here because they're going to have level 3, and they are also going to be steps closer to a critical R as well, so it can really even out the damage if it gets to that point, and it might right here.
Oh no! Yo, yeah, actually, still not quite. Yeah, that's the advantage of that drop is that you don't have CA. But
yeah.
Oh, burning out, and this is actually going to scale a pretty good amount. I think that was like 3 or 4 jabs into uppercut into level 3. So honestly, not doing the most damage that could have done. Still technically the life lead, but they're both burned out. Oh, this is going to be big. In the corner, actually doesn't get a full conversion. Just tries to get a little bit more oaky, and so they're going to stay pretty even.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, the biggest thing off that level 3 was just getting the burnout at minimum and gets it back in there fast. So it has one more opportunity here if they can touch MrPomegranx at all. Ooh, and DPEXs because they got their meter back there. Good stuff, though. LazyLaze holding it down there and making the gamble of a lifetime, literally.
Also, one of the first DPs actually just thrown out in pressure. Waited that long to do it. Normally, when you see somebody switch to like a DP character from a non-DP character to get out of pressure, they're DPing a lot, right? So I think that was really, really good patience, and this loop pick might be the one. But again, MrPomegranx in the spot that they've been the most comfortable in, the outside of the corner.
Right, right. And I will say, like, we've seen a few, like, DPs from LazyLaze, but in the way of, like, it wasn't EX. It was just, I'm doing a normal DP like it's invincible. And it's like, LazyLaze, you should have died. Why doesn't that work for me?
Different type of game. Oh, that's going to be it. That's the full conversion. And so, again, match point for MrPomegranx.
All right, but this is not the first time we've seen it so far here, so let's see what, wow, it tries to go in immediately. I like the idea, though, that said. Ooh, and a Sandblast actually stops the Dragon Lash as well. So LazyLaze kind of like doing like a little bit of like 1-2 stuff, maybe trying to do like slight like mental frame tasks, but it's like really like, if MrPomegranx really presses again after that, it's going to be Punishment City, and this is going to be a hell of a punishment as well here.
Yeah, really cashing out completely, trying to close this out. And I mean, that's obviously going to be a huge life lead, very much worth it. Oh, that's going to be it. That should be it. Yep, full conversion, easy peasy. Didn't have to go for anything too fancy. That was plenty of damage on board. So good stuff. Honestly, the switch to Luke looked really, really good, but maybe things would have been different if they'd started with Luke, because the Marisa just seems a little bit too on the back foot, which can happen, right?
Right.
That is a big part of playing Marisa, is that you've only got the counter, you don't have the fast fastest quick little normals. Like obviously you can like crouch jab, but your range on your fast normals is not going to be the best, especially when we start getting that mid range where Ken really excels. So I like the Luke pick.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. And maybe, going forward into the tournament, it might just say, like, hey, today's just not a Marissa morning. It is what it is. I'm just going to stick with Luke and not have to really, burn too many calories necessarily on trying to play a very difficult game plan or anything like that. Just keep it very simple. I got my DP, I got a fireball, and I have good normal buttons. Let me just play at the range that everyone else wants to play at this game. And then I'm just going to, I'm just going to hold it forward down until, I make it up to, in their case, losers final of their pools.
Yeah. There's still plenty of time for any of these players. I believe these pools are all 3 out, I think. I could be wrong. I should know this because I played in one yesterday. I got to go on stream and play Lily for a split second. I think the only Lily that we've seen all weekend.
Yeah.
I managed to win one of my like 2 matches on stream, so we take those. But I'm hoping that we see more Lily. Of course, I've got to say that you're excited if we do get the Jamie. We almost got the Jamie. I want to see Lily. So if any Lily players out there, you get a bounty if you're playing on this stream. But we'll see who our next 2 players end up playing. It seems like we've been seeing a pretty good amount of like the usuals. We've actually only seen like 1 Guile, 1 Ken, 1 Luke so far, or even like I guess like 50% of a Luke, you could say. So a good amount of reuse. We've seen most of the top tiers. We even said like a Cammy, even just for a little bit. Not too many big surprises. The Geef play though, that was some dominant Geef play earlier on. So we're getting pretty spread across the board here.
Right, exactly. So I was actually a little bit shocked that you've said it out loud here. It's like, we did only get 1 Ken. That's sure not reminiscent of like the online play that we see a lot of, right? It's always Kens kind of everywhere. They made it up to like their master rank, and they're just like, it's a very accessible character. It's a very cool character. I'm not gonna lie here. I'm gonna be upset, but I'm not gonna lie. Cool character, nice design, plays well. All right, but now that we're offline, it's like we've only seen 1 this morning, and we've seen a lot of reuse. So I wonder if maybe something like that meta is shifting a little bit. People are looking to other characters and realize like Ken's just not what I want to do because everybody's doing Ken. It's not exciting. It's not unique anymore.
Well, maybe it's just where it's CEOtaku, you got to play the Japanese character, right?
Right.
It just makes sense. It's just fair. But okay.
So true, Oomphy.
This is a character I'm very excited for. Chun, I think, is one of the coolest characters in the entire game.
Yes.
I'm super glad that people have really started locking her down more. Not going to be the easiest character in the game, like to just kind of play the normal Street Fighter 6 game. You have to be very specific with how you play her. But she's obviously got some very, very strong tools, and she keeps staying up there. We've seen a lot of players do really well with her. On the other side, of course, Guile is still considered quite strong as well. We just saw NuckleDu win, so we'll see how the classic charge character matchup goes.
Yeah, this is actually old school style here. I love that. Dice versus TeamKhris here. And I've definitely heard of TeamKhris and like a lot of the Chun play that they've been doing. I've been keeping an eye out here and there. So, it's kind of like it was like, okay, I immediately want to see like bring Chung a little bit further because I feel like in some cases like we've seen like the top level and then we're kind of like seeing like, okay, who else is kind of doing the work out here? And I want to see more of that.
Yeah, now Chun too, like I was saying, it's like so specific. The execution's not easy. It's weird things with her stance and into like more charge stuff, which like loses you don't have to charge it after that. So you have to be super on point because a lot of drops of hers too, they do lead to combo punishes. Luckily, so far we haven't seen any really big combos have to be landed from TeamKhris, and this has been pretty even. Oh no! Jumps in with the stomps, is not gonna get the full combo.
Oh my gosh, yeah, going to the other side here, good stuff. Yeah, okay, I was like, yeah, you might as well use a little bit in there to get the EX finisher, and it works out perfectly for TeamKhris there, getting on the board first.
Yeah, just needs to find the opportunities in, and again, getting to that kind of like the forward slash back medium punch range. I don't actually know what to technically call that normal, but because you can both go both ways with it. But setting in that side of that range and just kind of trying to bully is going to be really, really good, especially if you can get Guile in the corner, which is kind of what we've been seeing so far. The screen carry is obviously going to be super good for Chun. Exactly right there, forward slash back medium punch, and just bully.
Right, trying to hit more Goomba Stomp there, trying to get 200 points apiece here. Mario got nothing on TeamKhris right now, but Dice is going to be fighting back here. Doesn't react to the DI. That's so unfortunate there. And now TeamKhris gets another opportunity here, but burns out for it.
Oh no, this is actually really scary, especially getting that forward throw right there. There was not a 100% guaranteed Oki opportunity, but they are going to find their way back in and manage to pull through with game number 1 during the burnout. We've seen this a few times. This is the NuckleDu match. If you burn out against Guile, you have to stay in 100%, because if you are not at the advantage, you are getting chips, and you're probably honestly just dead. Same thing can happen a lot of times with JP or honestly Dulcim as well, but this is, so far we've seen everybody that's taken the risk play out the situation very well.
Right, exactly. So let's see if Dice maybe got to sit on the menu for a little bit there, maybe kind of like internalize a lot of those kind of things that you said out loud and just like say, okay, here's where my next steps need to be. I'm doing okay, but I'm not keeping that lockdown strong enough. Maybe it's my opportunity to do the rest of it here. Because I feel like it's been actually pretty competitive for the most part until TeamKhris gets those few jump-ins and there's not enough response from Dice.
Yeah, also the, oh, wow, that was sick. I was about to say the conversions have been a little bit stronger for TeamKhris. Oh, no. Yeah, the burnout as well. This can be very, very difficult just to deal with the Chun pressure. There are a lot of things that are just barely minus that become barely plus when you're in burnout against Chun in particular. Like a lot of the legs, especially being able to chip or just combo whatever you need them to do. So yeah, this is a tough, tough situation. Doing a pretty good job of it. Now that they're both in burnout, it looks like Dice is going to recover first and get that nice DI in the corner.
All right, now we get to see some confirms from Dice here. Maybe that's Dice's strength, a very confirmed heavy monster, and this like really maximizes their damage. When they get into a comfortable situation, it's just a matter of finding a comfortable situation against Chun-Li, who's just hopping around the screen.
Yeah, we've actually seen kind of, I want to say like a lack of anti-airs, and there it is again.
Yeah.
The jump-ins have been working really, really well. TeamKhris definitely a very jumpy type player, using a lot of the stomps too, just in case there's like some, oh yeah, some of the more classic anti-airs. Why did they do it exactly like that? That was cool.
Yeah,
but
do it again.
Oh, the parry! There we go. I think Dice is starting to, I guess, adapt to all the different jump-ins, the different options that TeamKhris is using. We're starting to see the AAs more right now.
Right, and that's really, really good there. Using the flash kick in one case, using the parry in another case, saying, like, I don't actually have to block left, right. There's no reason to. I don't have to use an anti-burn. There's no reason to. I can actually do some of the universal options that are rewarded to Guile and fundamentally in this game.
Yeah. Oh no, the burnout from blocking the flip kick. That's going to be a tough situation. TeamKhris is going to recover out of burnout as well. So you're getting close to the corner. If you even block a DI at this point, it's stun. You got to know! Why did I have to say it? There was 3 bars on board. We've actually seen almost like no meter spent in this entire game from either player. For some reason, just drive meter. Oh no, speaking of, that's going to be punished. And there's all the bars.
Yeah, you are a psychic right now.
This game in particular, for some reason.
Right.
I should be a Chun player, maybe. But that's a huge lead. This is almost a match point for TeamKhris. Nice reaction to the DI.
Beautiful stuff there. We finally see it there from Dice here. Minimal combo, but that's absolutely fine here. Maybe can push out the corner, and there it is.
The range on the pushback from DI still, it surprises me every time. I've already seen it hundreds of times in the corner, but I'm always like, nah, there's no way that's going to reach, and it always does. One more hit here. Nice. Catches the drive rush towards. And that was some good play. Oh, blowing the kiss.
Yo.
I don't know who that was to technically, but
yeah, it was me. It was
you
me
in particular.
Yeah, me. Thank you, Chris. I deserve that kind of love out here. Yeah, pointing back.
Actually did, by the way.
Yeah, like 100%. I am not thinking of that part. I don't know who the kiss went to, but I stole it, so now it's mine. You don't have it anymore. You found your own kisses out there, Chad.
Counter.
Counter. Drive impact. Dang! My job is being stolen. I can't believe. Oh, I can believe it, actually. Good stuff to Chris there. Having a great time with the Chun out there. The Chun and Dun absolutely in this morning here.
Yeah, I love seeing really good Chun play. We actually saw like a little bit more of just like a normal neutral Chun play there. We didn't see a lot of the, we've been seeing a lot more of like drive rush into like crouch medium kick, into stand stuff, into like just spending like meter in interesting ways like that, drive meter. But that was more of just like, I'm just gonna play neutral. I'm gonna know exactly when to jump. I'm not gonna be able to maybe be able to pressure Guile in the same way, because if I'm gonna drive rush in, we're gonna see a lot of just me being hit in the face by sonic boom. So good adaptation, good stuff overall, and I always like seeing a strong Chun, unless they're on the other side of the screen.
Right, yeah. Unless it becomes my problem, in which case I hope that Chun disconnects immediately out of fear of Lily. And or Jamie.
Yeah. And, you know, when it's Lily, I kind of say that about every character in the game. But it's neither here nor there. One day we'll get another Lily on broadcast. I really want to see it. I do like the sticks. We got a Korean bat top, and we've got a leverless. So
wow, that's the big leverless too. That's all the buttons all over there.
Oh wait, crap. Yeah, that's like a smash leverless.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like a mix box.
Yeah.
Oh, is it a true mix box?
Wait, no, I don't know. It's like close to one.
It looks like one almost. Yeah.
There's a lot of extra buttons. Oh, thank you. Look at that beautiful production, taking it off. Okay, so there's the 6 buttons. There's like 5 on the bottom, and then 2 like modifiers. It's like enough buttons to be a smash some sort of Smash box.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I don't know exactly what kind it is. I also like using the bag as like a little like cushion that's very, very high class.
Yeah, yeah. It's like that whole like feeling you don't want like to slip and slide on your lap or anything like that. You're not wearing the same kind of pants that you need to. Yeah, sometimes that thing will get out of control. I fully understand that. So using that nice little bag there is like it has multi-function, being very smart, and being very tournament optimal, which is important. It's an important skill set as well.
Yeah, yeah. On the other side, we got the Korean bat top, and that's a big stick. So I feel like we're just gonna see just a lot of just like big, heavy movements. All right, based on who they're on their sticks, or I guess their controllers, we got to guess who they're actually playing. I feel like they're actually picking, so we might be a little bit too late for this guess. But I feel like it's gonna be a big body on the Korean bat top, and on the other side, I don't know. I think I'm already wrong.
I think I'm gonna say on the mixed box side, for some reason, it's gonna be Menon.
Okay.
Oh, well, okay. I didn't actually look at the screen before I said that. I am like that's just like a Menon controller. I don't know why. It just feels like that's like every single hitbox player. I'm like, I play Menon. It's like, I guess that's fair because how the input interpreter is in this game. Yeah, but they just overcomplicated it to the point it's like, all right, that's going to happen. So it looks like I was right about that one, but I would never guess Chun. I would never guess Chun on either side.
Me neither. But again, I'm always excited to see Chun. And Menon a little bit less common now. I mean, there's still a decent amount of players to play it. Oh my God, relax. Relax! Oh my God, the name's Skeet.
Skeet. Skeet. Okay, I'm not going to do that.
Oh my God. But yeah, so Menon definitely going to have a little bit more trouble in the neutral. But once you get in, then it's command grab City, it's Mix City, and Chun is going to have to rely a lot on those jabs to maybe control that range. But so far, I mean, one medal's a great way to start things off.
Ooh, but on the other hand, it's not a great way to start off. Gain drive impact and push towards the corner here against Chun-Li. So has all this real estate to work with here, but a great perfect parry here from Skeet. One more medal will do it, and it's going to make the rest of the match a lot harder, whether they win or lose this round.
Oh, okay, but stuck in the corner now. We do have a burnout on Ven, so has to be a little bit more careful, especially a lot of this pressure, like the stand medium punch pressure is going to be a lot bigger, or just crouching as well.
Jesus.
Oh, no!
Yo, stop slapping! How can she slap?
How can she slap?
Yeah,
that is definitely a few too many slaps right there. It's looking like Wiggly Tough with the double slap. That's that was just like, hey, I know you're jumping because you know that I'm going to die eventually, but eventually you're just going to die from just a normal into a normal into a normal into a normal, and already building up so many medals as well. 4 medals going into round 2 when you have the round advantage. That's gigantic for a Menon player.
Right, exactly. So like, here's a big thing that we're seeing a lot here from like Ven. Ven's trying to do like a lot of EX up kicks and everything like that to try to keep Skeet off of them, but ended up almost burning themselves up sheerly based on I'm keeping you off, and that's just such minimal damage by comparison here. And great anti-air from Skeet here. That's gonna kill.
That was an amazing, amazing reaction right there to the flip kick. Also, may I know, there was an interesting situation in there where we saw Skeet actually do the overhead, and if Ven had blocked it, it would have been a worse situation for Ven. Ven took like a little bit of damage for getting hit, but if they blocked it, they would have been burned out in the corner, and they would have like almost guaranteed loss. So weird situation where like it was actually better to get hit, and I don't know if that was intentional or not, but already this is looking so good. This is about to be 4 medals and almost the round. I think not quite. Yeah, one more hit.
Yeah, one more to go here. Still in a very, very good situation. Gives a little bit more room to speak of here. Let's see if Ven can keep the pressure on from going on and doesn't press anything in the air, maybe expecting a super in return there. It was a great idea to expect the expected, but unfortunately it doesn't work out here.
Yeah, now match point. 4 medals again going into round number 2 with a round lead. That means you're probably going to get max medals at some point in the rest of this set. That's looking really, really good for Skeet. Such a snowball character. That's going to be the full conversion. Goes for the mid kick because you're going to get the Oki regardless in the corner. And oh, nice perfect parry.
Yeah, I gotta try to get more room out here. Jumps to the other side. That was perfect. And gets the extra frames as well thanks to the drive rush. So that was very, very strong. Gonna push over corner here. And just a simple punish to put back into the corner there. Looking very strong.
Yeah, surprisingly it was just a grab, but yeah, this corner position has been working really well for Skeet so far. Even burned out. Now they're both burned out, so this is going to be an awkward exchange. Oh, that might whiff.
Yeah, that's definitely going to win.
That wasn't even level 3. Yeah. I thought it was level 2 for a second as soon as I saw the flash, but that obviously is going to win.
I know that people have been having issues with like supers coming out in certain situations, probably go for a DP after landing and try to do something after it. It just did not happen, and the 3 came out. So this is actually a little bit hard for Skeet because they don't have the meter now for like anti-airs or higher damage stuff.
Yeah, especially like you said, the anti-airs is, I mean, it's going to be, obviously that worked out really well in the ground number 1. Oh, enough jabs to actually break the DI.
And DI back and too late. That's so funny.
This is going to be, oh no, again, no full medals. There's been a lot of drop conversions from Skeet so far. Oh, there we go. You only need 1. And,
oh my God. Oh my God. That did so much. I heard that one My back cracked on that one. God dang.
There is no worse feeling than getting hit by a high metal Manon. You're just like, oh my God, how did I even get into this situation? Right? Because it's like just slowly feels worse and worse. Not just like actually the damage you take, but the mental damage you take. Because every time that you get hit for more damage, you know it's because you made a wrong read earlier in the match, and it just compounds and compounds and compounds. And you're like, I'm taking half my life because I've made all the wrong reads, and I'm still making the wrong reads.
Right. It's that Tetris methodology where it's like the whole game is like, okay, if you make a mistake, you correct it really quickly then and there. But if like you keep making mistakes, it keeps stacking on itself until eventually it overwhelms you. That's basically Manon in a nutshell, honestly.
Yeah, Manon's just Tetris, basically.
Yeah, exactly. But you know, big shout out to Skeet. I saw in the tag the GNT4, which is the Naruto arena game that I believe does have a side tournament here as well. But whatever they're teaching over in that game, it worked beautifully over here as a high-level player.
Let me say, so yesterday I was watching it because it was over in the Citrus Room, I think it was.
Yes, that's right.
I was watching their top 8. That is literally the most hype crowd that I've ever seen for any game ever. They were screaming, and me and my friend were watching. We were like, are they in grand finals? And we're like, no, they're in like losers top 8 right now.
It's like, we're not there yet. We're just happy to be here. And it's like, you know what? I can't fault that.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not pitching my Twitter. I'm not trying to like sell out here and be like, hey, follow me. But on my Twitter, you can actually see I recorded the crowd. I just want everybody to see how hyped the Naruto Ninja Storm scene is, because I was blown away. I was like, damn, we're playing the wrong game over here. We're all scrubs. We're boring.
Yeah, God. When did I become old and decrepit? Jeez Louise. All right. Well, we were talking about big button sticks before, but here we have an arcade stick, the cross-up with the way too many buttons, the full schedule special.
Yeah, this is, it's at least got the,
I just saw the shirt!
Oh, the scare and the hose, yeah. I know, I didn't know if I was using anything about it. I'm telling you, all I'm doing is looking at shirts today, apparently. That is definitely a shirt to wear today. Let me tell you, too, the type of, like, shirts and clothes and stuff that people are wearing at Taku, different from, I would say, normal fighting game mages a little bit.
Yeah.
In a definitely a fun way. Definitely fun throughout the weekend.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot more of the anime shirts. As you're rocking the Zeku shirt, you know, we talked about earlier as well. It's just like, you know, there's a different level and style of class out here that's really shining bright. And it's like you said, where else are you ever gonna wear something like that and, you know, be like honored to do as such? So it's like people have their games going on here, and everyone's looking real good here. We're putting our Sunday's best here, even if no one likes our Sunday out here.
Well, this is definitely a shirt that we're seeing on stream that I don't know how often you can wear that one out in public.
Yeah.
So definitely got to take some of these opportunities. But, you know, do what you can here at Taku. It's a good vibe here, honestly. Like I said, my first CEOtaku, and everybody kind of knows that they're all here for the same reasons, even compared to, I would say, like a more, I don't know, overall major, where, you know, something like CEO or Combo Breaker, like, this is all really good. It's been super fun. Everybody, like, if you play niche games, you're not like, people aren't like, oh, you play like a niche game, they're like, yeah, me too, that's why I'm here.
Yeah. It's like, oh, that's so cool. Every time like someone says like, oh yeah, I'm playing the same move, yo, that's great. Everyone's just so happy for you. All right.
Oh, that's Necroundine. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I was gonna say, speaking of high-level players, woo, for Doofy. Oh my God, it already begins here. Necroundine with the bias against RicoLhnInsulhn. Yeah.
Oh, that was good. You got that really quick.
Oh, I was a little bit scared. I sweat for a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. Or
maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I'm gonna say Rico. Yeah. But yeah, I never know what anybody looks like in real life. But yeah, this is cool. This is Necroundine. So we're gonna see the JP out of him too.
Right. But you know, just real quick here, Rico also got second at CEO for JoJo's All-Star. So, you know, very strong player, and he also got, I think, top like 60 for Street Fighter. So this is actually like a high level match in pools.
Oh yeah, we're getting there's so many, I mean, like, great players that we've been seeing so far, and this is staying pretty even. Dice the DI reaction through the bait. That was really good. This shouldn't be it, but we'll see if there's a reset in the middle of this setup. We could see, oh no, we're seeing normal portal. This might just be a normal combo. Yeah, EX portal right there might have burned out, so that was like a little bit of the fear, but could have potentially got mixed to death. Still, the life advantage I think is enough that we're staying pretty solid and staying confident.
Yeah, I believe just ending with like a safe jump like that would have been very good idea, just in case Rico decides to get a little bit saucy there. And, you know, once again, high-level play, understands what a bait looks like, says, I'll just have to block in, hold it, and I'll move out from there.
Oh, no, the jump over nice. Yeah, punishes it. That's all it takes, right? Like, doesn't need to go for the full anti-air. Knows that just the jab is going to do on landing recovery. So, solid. But honestly, again, very close first match. And there's just a little bit too much space, I think, built by Necroundine. A little bit more meter spent overall. So, we'll see if... Oh, nice! Full max range stand fierce conversions.
Oh, yeah. You know, Necro's definitely a combo monster as well. Gonna set that up, be very, very calm about it. Ooh, presses the button after the drive rush as well. A little bit brave there, but hey, didn't take too much damage from it, so that's pretty all right. And you can see Rico pumping the super just in case, pumping some options just in case.
Ooh, are we going to see more meter spent here? No. So the burnout's going to happen, and that's really scary. Getting in as burnout against JP is essentially you just have to respect it. I like this. Spending the bar to get the reset, and yeah, this potentially could kill, actually. Oh, no, didn't spend the drive rush. That actually might have killed. There was a little confidence there for that, but still, this is going to be chip damage away. Oh, no, jumps in. There's a chance. Also, burnout ends.
Yep, all right. We have one opportunity here. Like, either there's like a touch from Rico's side, that's going to be very, very dangerous for Necro because, yeah, if they try to do like Amnesia or something like that, EX style, they're going to burn out as well. Oh, and I like the idea of I'm going to try to do a wheel back punch, maybe bait something out, but Necroundine actually going for the driving back as a response to the drive rush. That's... I don't know if that was fully intentional, but that's bold.
It was, yeah. Good, I mean, good read in the end, of course, but hindsight's 2020. Scary read to make for sure. And also, that was really good patience because definitely Luke's, standing in that mid-range. They're ready to spend some of that meter on reaction to something coming out. We've already seen some fake fireballs coming out from Necroundine, so we'll see if any of these reactions potentially can be baited. This mid-range is just so good for Luke, though.
Right, exactly. All right, we're getting in a little bit more here. I feel like Rico's playing a little bit more closely and is working out quite nicely. He actually goes to the fade, like full ass win in there. We get a Sidewinder as well. Baits out the Amnesia.
Oh no, didn't get the full conversion. That was a beautiful bait though. And okay, finally gets the DP. We actually haven't seen too much DX DP. That would have been not only full punish, but potentially could have, even if there was more life, which there wasn't, could have led to burn out. So this is definitely Rico's first really, really good round and looking to continue the momentum as well. Already taking the corner back, getting that pressure. Oh, no reactions. This is looking so good.
Yep, tries to bait out. Oh, just donked him on the head like that. El Kabong out here. Oh my God.
Kabong!
Kabong, yeah! Him with that Sentinel JS.
Oh my
God! 2 for 1 there. Made it look very quick. If you did not see that first match, you would have thought that Rico just like completely swept the whole thing.
Yeah, Rico woke up for sure.
Yeah.
It's whatever time it is exactly. It's 11:01, so maybe they usually wake up at exactly 11.
Yeah, exactly. The minute before, I'm asleep. But now, yo, real crap.
Jumping. Oh, no!
The return of El Kabong.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously such a good jump in, but it's just finding those moments has been really good. Oh, the trade combo? No, that wasn't a trade combo. They were just swinging. They weren't pressing buttons.
That was so anime.
It was very. I mean, hey, this game's got some more anime stuff than I think a lot of the Street Fighters.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. All right, rushing in, getting again there. We won't have another drive rush most likely, but ooh, counter punches as well. That was very, very good. Keep it very simple on the other hand.
Oh, just sitting there parrying. Now there is a little bit low drive gauge. It's building actually back really fast. It looks like Necroundine is a little bit more wary of throwing out the zoning in this mid-range, especially because some of the jump-ins have worked. But hey, you know what? You jump in on me, I jump in on you. EX portals are set up. You're gonna have to at least respect the first one. But again,
the return of El Kabong number 3.
Oh, no, I mean, you gotta start watching for those jumps, and oh, that's gonna be huge. All right, full conversion. Just gonna set up for more more drive gauge chip, but not quite gonna have enough here.
But at the same time, Rico's playing it patiently. You know, Necroundine not afraid to actually do some bait out there, even though the time they did in the last round ran right through it. This is very scary.
With 2 bars now, 1 touch could be it as well, especially now after that grab damage. So you can't get hit at all.
The lack of reaction. Is that going to be enough? No, not quite yet. And just a nice JP from the JP.
Oh my gosh, there must have been an attempt right there to spend some bar. I think with bar, that was it. But now it's match point once again for Necroundine, fighting back a little bit, taking back some of that momentum. The patience has been working out a lot better. Still hasn't anti-aired anything, but that's just because Rico's been choosing literally just the perfect moments only to jump. Oh, the bait again.
Yeah, but this time does it again afterwards. Realizes like, okay, I know you're going to block it. You're a smarter player than that. Let me rush in afterwards and really lay on some of that, mental stack. And I think that's at the point that Necroundine's at. If Rico recognizes that, it's probably over for Necro.
Okay, more space built. Nice parries. Oh no, gets clipped. Spending some of that meter. They're staying pretty close on drive gauge here, but yeah, just a few more hits and Rico might be in burnout. He's going to have to find a way in before blocking too much more. No, gets pushed all the way back. You got to be careful about some drive impacts. Anything right here could be it. Oh, keeping the pressure on.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, doing some sandblasts here just to kind of destroy some stuff. Jumps over, gets a little bit closer, and Necroundine's been... you know, not pressing as many buttons in that situation, but this time actually perfect parries on the jump in.
Oh no, held the parry. Oh, nice. He's going to parry enough to get back a lot of the drive gauge. That was like a split second of holding parry away. That's a full conversion. There's 3 bars.
Yep.
This might be it.
That should be it right there. Don't need a critical art for that one, baby. Here we go. This is where it ends. Ouch, my heartburn.
Get out of here with your Popeye arms.
Yeah.
Wow, what a turnaround. I mean, that was looking like Rico took full control in game number 2. That was like a 100% turnaround, and then finally the readaptation happened like just in time. So again, a really, really good match.
Right. Like we said, kind of very respectively, both highest level players of each of their respective games and everything like that. Very, very strong showings in Street Fighter 6 as well. And pitting them together in the pools like this was absolutely a wonderful match, as well as just like, we have that many strong people in a singular pool, and this is just what one of many of them looks like. Like, everyone's been grinding this game out insanely so.
Yeah, from a lot of different games too. I mean, we've seen representatives now from BlazBlue, from Strive, from JoJo's, from the Naruto Storm. From, I mean, obviously just Street Fighter in general. So a lot of different representatives from a lot of different games so far, just even within this singular pool, out of however many pools there actually are. I guess technically we're probably watching 2 pools, but whatever.
Right.
And we're actually going to see some repeats, it looks like, coming back up, or at least 1 repeat. I thought I saw
I do see NuckleDu up there, at least. Yeah. I think I saw TeamKhris on the other side there. They're way in the corner now.
I was like, that was a cool disappearing act.
Wow. Man, they're good.
I'm assuming we're starting to get closer to the end of these brackets. I'm actually going to have to pull it up on my phone.
Yeah, absolutely. Would love to see that.
Start GG for showing me where they exactly are, but we're definitely probably getting close, as we're just about an hour through. So at least on the winner's side, which I'm assuming these two have both stuck on the winner's side, we saw them both win earlier on broadcast, and I expect that if they're meeting here, there's a good reason why. I mean, they both look really, really good. Of course, we know that these players are going to be really good, but expect that we're going to see what we saw earlier, the Chun versus the Guile, which we saw from different players.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of a little bit of a repeat of what we saw earlier, but this is going to be a completely different style of Chun coming into this one here. So I'm excited to see, because I wonder how Chris feels about this. Obviously, knows NuckleDu, one of the best players out there, as we talked about earlier and everything like that. But Chris seems to be going in with like the level of confidence right now and the excitement this morning that's energy that's sometimes hard to match, you know, at this hour of the day in a tournament that's not exactly your normal venue for NuckleDu. Maybe we're more used to be surrounded by like the Street Fighter folk, and now it's like, oh man, what's all this anime going on here? I mean, I've seen a Dragon Ball, but this is a lot. There's Guilty Gear over here as the main game. I don't understand. But they're smiling, they're laughing, they're having a good time. I'm sure NuckleDu's having a great time out here as well.
No, honestly, I mean, kind of fun fact, but NuckleDu like does know a lot about a lot of the other fighting games. Like I like ran into him, and you know, I'm a little bit more known for Mortal Kombat, and he was like he knew a lot about the Mortal Kombat scene and stuff, and he's talking to me about like a few different games, and I was like, wow, like I didn't know you really were in anything but Street Fighter. But you know, like fighting game players, if you're good, you just gotta respect other fighting games, right? Like you see it in there, and there's just no way that you can be like, oh, like there's nothing I can learn from these other games. So so definitely, you know, I'm probably not out of place as it seems.
Right, and that's a really good point there as well. But here we are, TeamKhris actually beats out the crouching heavy punch from Guile there, a little bit surprising. But no, this time it's like, all right, if you're gonna beat that, I'm just gonna flash kick it, make it a lot easier for myself.
Oh, great punish. Goes for the full like sweep punish combo on the Hazanshu. We're seeing so many of those just used to try to get in as mobility tools. That should be it, assuming no drops. And this time we do see the full thing. Du really taking full control of this one. This is another one of those matchups too where Chun doesn't have like the best, like I would say, like anti-fireball tools, just like in general, like no cheating, easy way to get through. Her jump's a little bit more floaty. Just have the Hazanshu, of course, just like kind of flip through. But as we've seen, there's a very, very good answers for that. And even right there, like you spent meter and all you're doing is getting yourself closer to burnout. So you have to get it once. You have to keep the pressure on. Easier said than done. This is a great way to start it.
Right. That standing reset right there is very, very good. But like you said, the Hazanshu only does so good, and with how fast that Guile recovers from so much stuff and how slow the boom is, even trying to do the super there was a huge punishment on Chris's side. And so Chris has to find out an answer to be able to like prevent Sonic Boost from coming out that isn't just jump it and pray.
Oh, spending everything right there.
Yeah.
And that is going to be a full conversion. I actually don't know if this is enough. I don't know the scaling on this. I know it does a ton of damage, but especially off the stun. Okay, it was enough. I don't know why I asked.
Yeah,
but
at the moment you said anything about it, it's like, oh, well, the game's like, well, I'm going to decide the kill now. I'm going to make a fool of this Wonder Chef guy.
Honestly, I would have expected him to kill. I just didn't know if the stun was going to add enough scaling to like make some sort of weird difference at the end, but clearly not. And so strong first game from NuckleDu. TeamKhris though already looking infinitely better this time around, holding the corner. This is going to be where you kind of have to keep Guile the entire time. I like the choice to get out, but honestly, maybe you just take an anti-air so you can keep the corner and get the DI.
Yeah, that was actually really good. Caught NuckleDu, you know, kind of going for like the 1-2 combination there and just got trapped inside of everything. So, you know, TeamKhris still being brave here, figuring out ways to get through the Sonic Boom and everything like that. NuckleDu has to fight out of the corner, but does have the drive rush to do it at the very least.
Finally! But oh no, like one little hit away. Not quite able to get the kill, and this is really, really tough. I mean, you're the one in burnout now. No burnout, so you're not going to be able to get the chip. Wow, what a whiff on a cheese!
And wow, drive rushing in to get the anti-air as well. That looked anime as hell. Gets the sweep as well. Big damage off this one. Can't get too impatient. Oh no, you can actually reach from there. I learned something new today.
Oh yeah, that is such a nice way to close things out. I mean, especially as like a whiff punish, the range on that is so good. I mean, Guile's level 1 is just, it's so flexible in the ways that you can use it. Use it for ground conversions in links with level 2, using air conversions like that. You can use it on reaction to fireballs. There's just like a million different things you can do with it. One of the reasons why the character's so good. But right now, TeamKhris is about to get into burnout and is in the corner against Guile. You got to make a heavy read. If you get burned out right here, you're in trouble with the sweep. That was a great choice, but oh no, back on the defense.
Oh, okay, so let's see what the follow-up is here. Oh, just goes for the throw, expecting the hold there. That was a massive amount of damage, and that will easily clean it up for NuckleDu there. But despite the numbers saying 2-0, Chris was doing an extraordinarily good job adapting to everything that NuckleDu was doing and really laying on the pressure. Like, I think if we saw another round between them two, I think Chris could probably start taking it a little bit before NuckleDu has to re-adapt against Chris.
Yeah, I think especially in that matchup, it's going to be a lot less of like a back and forth because it's all about like who can hold on to the exact position that they need to. And so, yeah, once we saw Chris get that corner, it was very, very good for Chris. But just like even letting that do out once was like, it might be over, right? Or like accidentally, I know that Chris actually puts himself into the corner one time, and that was kind of the end of the round, which is unfortunate. Sometimes it's just how it is, especially trying to have some weird forward advancing stuff with like the flips, or well, I mean, it's like 6 different flips. But that's just how it goes sometimes. So I do agree, there was definitely like a strong chance there. It's just Dude just clutched it out and was able to be the one to kind of hold on to that positioning a little bit more.
Like you said, you know, there was a lot of a lot of kicks in there and everything like that. Definitely could call Chris Flipper because there were a ton of flips in there. Oh my gosh.
All right, so I do believe that was, okay, the only way that those two would have met that was both of them now qualifying for top 96.
Okay,
it was
so
to see
that's
who
that top three
qualifies
out.
for the winners and who qualifies for the losers. So they were both qualified, but that will be NuckleDu qualifying in top 96 for winners, and then TeamKhris in losers. And then we are going to have somewhere in the losers bracket, none of those two, but some of the other players that we've been watching continue to battle it out to see who makes it out as the third out through losers.
All right, excited for that one for sure. We have plenty more matches coming your way here, so stay tuned. We're definitely going to be rocking this out here. I see the next competitor is rolling up here.
Yeah, I think again some repeats.
I'm all right getting on the wrong side of the post.
Yeah, we still love you, Chris. Don't worry, you're doing great out there.
I hate level 2. I don't know if it gets it or not.
Oh yeah. Talking about the level 2 Guile. Or sorry, it's definitely giving us some insight on the matchup.
Sometimes we don't get that on the floor, get to talk to the people and everything like that, but we were actually a lot closer to the players here over at CEOtaku.
Yeah, like we could throw a controller at them and it would definitely ruin a match.
Yeah, we could ruin a whole match single-handedly here, Chad. If you give me $5, no.
Where's the stream integration where you spend
channel
points
exactly. Where's the
we
crowd
throw
control
things at the players?
Yeah. Oh, they're trying to figure out how to get the FGC more money from the pot. Well, just give us $5 and we'll just do crowd control. Tell me what you want me to throw at them. I got a coffee, I got a tea, and I got my wallet. The wallet's gonna be a little bit more expensive.
Yeah, it's different tiers,
Yeah, exactly.
Or like gifted subs, like you get the tier 3, maybe the wallet goes. You get the tier 2, maybe it's coffee. It stains a little bit more. Tea, maybe a little bit less. It's gonna be easier to wash out. But no, we did see both these players before, right? I think this is Lilman on the Ryu once again, and then the Guile. I don't know why I'm blanking on names.
No worries. There's no dice for you there. I understand.
I am not on a roll for sure. But we have seen this matchup as well. Wait, didn't Lilman play NuckleDu in in the winner's bracket, right? Yeah, I think so. I think that's true. I'm gonna pretend that that's correct.
Yeah,
yes, literally in the match previous to NuckleDu's previous match. So this is a guile day for Lilman for sure.
Oh my gosh, yeah. But Lilman is so good against someone like NuckleDu that, you know, does DICE even shake on that same level? Is Lilman ready, or is Lilman maybe overthinking it because of the value of guile that NuckleDu put into him?
Yeah, I mean, I gotta say, Lilman did probably the best we've seen against NuckleDu today, but ooh, great, perfect parry. It's gonna scale a bunch, of course, but that's just gonna bring you close to the corner. Oh, that was an inch away from being able to get the full stun on the wall splat. That's one of the first times where I thought it was gonna splat and actually didn't.
Right.
But
my butt was clinched, I'm not gonna lie on that one. I was like, oh no, Lilman's dead. No, he's back, baby.
Oh, the jump over. Okay, didn't commit to anything, and now the Oki can begin. 2 throws in a row. Can we get 3?
Oh, it parries it as well. DICE was ready for that. I'm so actually legitimately impressed that DICE has had the hyper awareness, and now DICE is fighting back out here. This is one to do it out here. Can we get enough damage? No, not quite.
Oh no! That 2, by the way, could have been it if that had gone into level 2. Because I think that was EX kick that actually put Lilman into burnout. And if you just level 2 off of that, then that is GG right there. But maybe expecting that the DP would have been enough, or maybe thinking they weren't going to burn out, and EX DP would have probably been enough. So maybe just a little bit of a miscalculation of meter right there.
Right, unfortunate. Or maybe just thought maybe I can carry it to the next round if I get this next mix up, but DICE was ready on the other end here. So Lilman's got to fight uphill for just a little bit, but we'll have a level 3 as well to match DICE's.
It's one. Oh no, isn't gonna pull like. I mean, you're not gonna get a link off of that unless it's like a counter. But it was just a normal stray little hit, so not the biggest deal in the world. DICE a little bit starting to get a little bit low on meter. Oh, the parry. Okay, DICE is like a 1,000% success rate on dealing with drive impact so far. I gotta say, very impressive.
Yeah, I'm legit impressed there. But Lilman does respawn in turn as well. Has had pretty good reaction around this too, and abusing it against other players as well.
Could have gone for a DI there to get the guaranteed burnout, but instead is going to get the burnout anyway, and this is really scary. I mean, what do you do here? There is 3 bars, so going straight up into the drive impact might not be it. No, it will be it. That's stun. That's death for sure. Please don't drop the combo. Yeah. And, oh wait, this might take a little bit more bar. Okay, nice. That's a fancy combo. I love that one.
Yeah, very good. Was able to keep the meter for the next round as well. So if the next hit hits, Lilman's going to have a pretty solid life lead here, or at least evening it out at the very worst.
Yeah, I think could have gone for an easier combo there, but hey, when you get the stun, you got to go for the
100%. Yeah, charge that fireball. How often do you ever get to do this, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's your birthday, little man.
Go from little man to medium-sized man. Regular-sized man.
Yeah, regular man. Ryu the regular man.
That would be a great Ryu player name. Regular man. All right, I want to see that happen. But throw Oki happening in the corner. Oh, actually waits for the jump and then doesn't get the anti-air on it. That's what's going to be one of the best options to kind of bait out when you're getting throw loops. All right, again, 100%. It's a lot of parries. I would love to see counter DIs just because you get so much damage with Guile. But, I mean, regardless, as long as you're not getting hit by them, that's all that matters.
Right. That's always the big one. And at least cover some options of like, okay, if I'm a little bit wrong on how I react to this, at least I'm going to catch whatever else it is, assuming it's not a throw.
Yeah, true. And now we got to see how Lilman's going to get out of the corner without getting burned out. And right now, that's one way to not get burned out. Just get hit by a bunch of normals in a row.
that works. He won't burn out quite there.
But both of them really working towards his first game win. Full meter on both sides. That should be it. I think. Wait. Is this enough? It was like 3 jabs.
I think so. I think it's fine. I think it ends. Because that was critical.
Oh, no!
Oh my god! That was critical too!
There had to have been a way to get more damage with Drive Rush right there. Oh no! DICE though has to not get burned out, otherwise you're in chip situation. But right now you gotta get through this entire level 2 or the mix-ups involved in it. Look at that! Look at that! Oh my god! The crouching Yuukirena gonna do it. Whoa! This is looking like it's gonna be a good set.
Yo, those boots were working the sand, man. He was just going back and forth in there. It's like, I'm getting my legs running in today, brother.
I think Guile might need to work on the legs a little bit.
Yeah.
But no, that was a really good attempt to bait. But Lilman just didn't fall for it. You know, like honestly, dash up crouch is such a great way to deal with people that are just trying to walk back and make you whiff something, and that's all you need in that situation. Great A as well. And this is looking like Lilman is just going to continue with this momentum.
Right, exactly. This little momentum man out here. Going to push into the corner here. Nice little donkey. Baits out the throw. This is maximum damage. EXDP as well. Oh, just going to drive rush it. That's absolutely fine. A perfect on Little Man's side here. Even a little bit of applause from the audience as well.
I mean, that was really clean, yeah. Even going for that drive rush combo at the end, just to guarantee there was going to be a little bit more damage. Very, very solid. And especially with how slow that first game went, how fast that one went, I feel it's a little bit of a sign that Lil Man is It's taking the lead here, you know, like they're feeling it. They're feeling like I've got your patterns. They also landed a few more jump-ins in that game over Sonic Boom, so definitely at least the zoning pattern is getting read a little bit more, and again, you know, not getting anti-air there, getting the pressure on, it's feeling good.
Right, exactly. Oh, a heavy punish counter here with the heavy kick. Doesn't get a full confirm. It's a throw before a boom comes out there, so working out pretty good. Shouts to that man in the background, just feeling it as well. You love to see it. And a knife drive impact going to push towards the corner here. Not going to have enough for a level 3, unfortunately, but this will close it out here, absolutely.
Oh, yeah, even if there was a little bit more life, there was so much meter on board, so they think that was not over, but I think, or maybe they're asking if it's 2 out of 3. But
oh,
2
yeah,
out of 3,
no,
that's
not yet, not yet.
If they're asking that, I wonder if that was the losers match to get out of pools.
Oh, yeah, that would be a very good point.
It is. Okay, so yeah, we got confirmation that it is. So that is going to be Lilman. Honestly, a really strong-looking Ryu. And like I mentioned, was probably the closest to taking down NuckleDu earlier, like put up the best fight that we've seen so far. He's going to be qualifying out of there, so that's going to be, who do we have over there? Oh, this is actually exactly that same pool. So it's going to be TeamKhris and Lilman making out losers of that pool to 90, top 96, and then in winners, it's going to be NuckleDu.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been, you know, we've seen a lot of different like playstyles and everything like that as we kind of get through here and everything. It's just like, everyone's so good at this game already, like insanely, like the skill gap between like NuckleDu and Lilman in itself was already extraordinarily close, and then seeing Lilman fight everyone else, I feel like there's even like a little bit of a gap there too. So things are shifting up extraordinarily quickly in this game, and I love seeing the meta grow like this.
Yeah, I mean, especially when you're fighting against like some of the like more, I would say like common characters, like top tier common characters. Like you have to know those matchups just in and out because you're gonna run into so many of them in a bracket. I mean, like I mentioned, the 2 matches that were potentially to guarantee qualify for top 96 for Lilman were both Guile. So you got to know that matchup well, and clearly he did because you know did well against NuckleDu. Obviously won that last match, but you got to know it because you never know how many you're gonna run into. I'm assuming seeing the players that are up here again, we're probably in another match to probably they're both qualified for top 96. I'm gonna have to flex over to the bracket over here, but probably just to see who's gonna make it into winners and who's gonna make it into losers.
Yeah, we got the matchup with the buttons out here. Who has the more buttons that can be used on their stick? Who can maximize their APM?
How many buttons do you need? I wonder who the most buttony character in this game is. I'm trying to think if there's anybody. Honestly, I don't think anybody needs that many buttons.
Yeah, I'm really thinking it through here. And like,
I think some of the Ken players play like they have 20 buttons.
Yeah, they're always hitting something out there.
Yeah.
But I think I saw that maybe Kimberly or honestly JP maybe.
Ooh, I like the Kimberly call. There are a lot of little things you can do with Kimberly. But
yeah, dash and to cancel and to do this and do that. So, but I think outside that, like, yeah, I think you're still actually technically right with the Ken aspect there too. Right.
Or at least Ken's push is enough. Push so many buttons, it's like they have 20 buttons.
Right. So, like, I'm gaming, Mom. Go away. All right. So we got Jack returning here with Skeet. So starting off very, very quickly there, getting the second medal off the bat here, looking really strong.
Yeah, the early medals have been pretty good so far. Sorry, I'm going to make people jump on my backpack. But the early medals have been really, really good so far for Skeet in all of the matches that we've seen from them. And it looks like it's just going to continue. Oh, no, actually, went for the back throw right there. I guess just in case there was an attempt to jump out, playing a little bit safer. But right there, could have worked. Could have got a third medal.
Yeah, and I mean, in all fairness, what we saw from Skeet, like once Skeet got like their opponent in the corner last time we saw him on stream, they just slapped them silly. So maybe that's where Skeet feels comfortable, saying you're in the corner, you have to make bad decisions, and I can capitalize on that.
Yeah, I mean, this is honestly a huge lead. I am very impressed so far. Getting burned out, though, in the corner, that's going to be a scary situation. Ooh, the cross-up. I love the back throw option to make sure that you try to get that corner again. Definitely is an attempt to, oh, no attempt to stun. Maybe just an attempt to bait something. There is 2 bars on board. I like the full jumps. I mean, this is some pretty early info, but if you're jumping like that, you're actually building back your burnout gauge a little bit slower. So, I mean, it was a little bit safer, but it built it back, and that's going to be a good opportunity here. Any conversion might be able to do it.
Yeah, that's going to be very scary here. You know, maybe some of the passingness of Skeet there is going to really pay off negatively for him, but just gets it in there at the very end with a nice little cross-up, going to a light kick there. So good stuff from Skeet staying on board there, but that match really slowed down when, ironically, Manon in the corner got to burn out.
And I do have confirmation that this is the match that they're both guaranteed top 96, just winners or losers. So winners finals of this pool or Heaven's final of this pool.
Yeah, there we go. We got to get anime in here.
Oh, yeah. We did see, I mean, honestly, I'm very surprised at Skeet. I haven't seen Skeet play this game very much. Like you mentioned, they did well in some other games. Maybe it's just a lack of knowledge on my part, but Manone's looking really good, especially for like a lesser played character. And oh no!
All right, yeah, go for another medal there. 4 medals on deck right now, and the damage is going to be very high. But I believe Skeet also dabbles in something else. I want to say Smash, but don't quote me on that. Don't at me, Skeet, please.
All right, I'm going to look up the tournament history. All right, full level 3 conversion. That's going to be a little bit more damage as well on that drive gauge, which is going to be really, really big. And oh, that was a lot more damage than I thought it was going to be for that drive gauge. I thought it was going to almost burn out, but that's going to be the full burnout. Still, though, you know, one big mistake here is going to, oh, there we go. Nice anti-air, playing it patient. When you burn out Manone, she also has less options that you can use to get through fireballs, especially that ground fireball, so you can be a little bit safer, I think. You don't have to worry so much about the random option coming out and getting that kill.
Yeah, that's right. So, you know, very, very aware of that. You know, Jack just kind of waited to say, look, you have to make some sort of option here, and at this point, I'm not that scared. But after a command throw like that, and then gonna follow up with another one as well to get back to the corner here, and then gets a drive impact. Full confirm here. Ooh, that's gonna be big mommy damage. Oh, actually, no, not that much. Gets right back and rules it down just a little bit more here, but nonetheless, Jack is in so much danger.
Oh, yeah, I mean, at this point, the medals don't even matter, right? Like, you're so low, it's like, oh, yeah. It's not going to matter. And again, just that crouch medium. But that is a very, very solid Manon. Again, to be able to out-neutral in so many different situations, Jury, who's known to have some of the stronger neutral in the game, I just feel like this is a really, really solid level of play. And by solid, I mean way higher than solid, like extremely high.
Yeah, high level for sure. But we even brought this up earlier when Jack was doing the mirror match earlier. Not a lot of huge drive rushes or anything like that. And I feel like Jack is still like playing a little bit passively. We just saw it right there, for example. We saw the drive rush in, tapped one button, walked away, just walked out of the corner. If Skeet really realizes that, might be able to close out and get a little bit more real estate going forward here.
Oh, that was a weird trade. I mean, it meant that you weren't able to really get as much of a follow-up off of the OD projectile, but still not a great situation.
Yeah,
and yeah, that is going to be, I think maybe a good way that we're going to see like kind of the turnaround here is like maybe a little bit more pressure against the Manon, because again, if you give Manon too many opportunities, the good Manon players are going to find a way in. And defense is not going to be the easiest thing in the world for Manon, so do what you can.
Yeah, there we go. And like you said, they'll find their way in. That was very, very good from Skeet, getting another medal off of there. Definitely wants as much damage as possible going out here, being a round down. Needs to make up for lost time. Oh, slaps them knees again.
yeah, that's like kind of the go-to for Skeet. But who, by the way, I looked has played in a bunch of different games. So,
oh, okay.
Did well in Smash, got 3rd place in Catherine, 9th in Smash, 3rd in Catherine, and 4th in Naruto at here, just at CEOtaku alone. So definitely they played just a lot of games in general. But they do have plenty of good placements. They're trying to make another one here. Right now, though, it looks like we're getting close to starting to tie things up. This is going to be the full conversion, probably in a level 3, and I think this might be enough. I'm never going to get these right.
I'm gonna say it's not, just to be contradictory.
I appreciate that, but almost definitely this one's enough, right?
You're right.
The scaling is going to be pretty good here, and we are going to tie things up. I do feel like being more aggressive has worked out really, really well. It's just that there hasn't been as many opportunities for the Manon to just be like, oh yeah, here's just like one solid little thing, and we're just going to start running away with things.
Right, exactly. And yeah, even if you get simple jump-ins are like not going, really well punished or anything like that. Skeets find themselves in kind of bad situations continually, finds himself in the corner once more, and I think Jack is finally going like, okay, look, you're in the corner, I need to keep on you instead of backing up because I'm scared of you. No, you're scared of me. You're in the corner, I'm Jury, I can do whatever I want right here. I got fireballs, I got dive kicks, I got pressure, I got drive rush, I got it all, baby. I'm the full package.
Oh, wow. He was able to jump out and then still get the full punish on the command grab landing. Not even like landing with the normal, like landing and then doing a crouching medium kick.
Yeah, a medium, not even a light, a medium kick all the time in the world.
I would have not been confident that was going to work like that. Whoa, a weird little footsies interaction right there. We are going to see, though, now it's going to be just get a match point, and this is going to be a scary situation. No medals built up for Skeet. Has to win their way back all the way through. Manon is like a win more character and a lose more character, and right now is in the lose more position, so gotta start, I don't know, snowballing, I guess.
Right. But it only takes one command through confirmation to start getting things going here. All right, we got the second medal. Do we have a drive rush in here? No, actually gonna play a little bit more patiently. Tries the perfect parry, doesn't work out there, unfortunately. Ooh.
Okay, that's going to be a solid amount of damage. We're getting close to level 3 yet. Level 3 just finally built for Jury, so we're going to see maybe not this conversion be able to kill, but this might be a level 3 anyway. No, just choose not to go into it. Maybe just in case you want to have something invincible for a drive impact, which we did already immediately see, and there was no reaction to it, but there we go. One more conversion. I think this is enough. Again, I'm never going to ever be correct on these.
I'm agree with you on this one. Yeah. That was just one special into a super immediately, so that was super high damage, very little scaling, and great stuff to Jack, holding it down against the powers of Manon. And now there's Non-Manon.
Non-Manon. But still, both of them making it out. Of course, a great job making the top 96, which is, I mean, that's wild to get. Again, with how many people we have here, getting out of pools at the top 96, that's definitely some big, major stuff. So there's going to be one more person coming out of that pool in the losers bracket of top 96. We'll see if they're going to be playing a little bit later. But we're watching actually a ton of pools. I thought we were watching like 2 or 3 pools right now, but we're watching like 5 or 6 pools.
Yeah, no, there's a lot going on here at this hour because we have to rush through everybody. The tournament, had a huge showing, especially after recently Evo. People are still really showing for this game. They still love it and everything like that, which big love to all of you who are spending the time in the morning with us here. We were happy to have you here. But same with the folks who are up here playing the matches for you, so definitely give them some love and definitely let the folks out there that know that we are playing Street Fighter 6.
Yeah, plenty of other games too here, by the way. There's a ton of streams going on. I do see the main stage right now. Probably on Time Never Sleeps, I think that stage is Dragon Ball Fighters. We see, it looks like, is that Extra?
That is Strive over there, yeah.
It's one of the Guilty Gears, but it's really far away, and I'm actually do not have good eyes. Oh, yeah, that's Strive. I can see the menu now.
Yeah,
Strive's happening over on, I actually don't know what stream that is.
I think it's just CEO Gaming. CEO Gaming, mind
gotcha,
you.
Gotcha. Okay, so those 2 streams. We've got, I think, some Laze Blue on Juicy Game Night. I actually don't know what's going on, but
I think Juicy Game Night is right. Yeah, that is correct.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of different games going on right now. A million different streams. Currently, you're watching Funky P, and we all appreciate you very much for that. But it's time to see 2 new players. I don't think we've seen either of these players sitting down before.
Oh, MrPomegranx is on the left. But I don't think we've seen the player on the right. So, I could be putting my own foot in my mouth in here, but, I'm not a juryman, so I'm going to just avoid the allegations there already.
Hey, at least you recognize one of the 2 people that clearly we've already seen. So that's already a heads up above me. I'm the worst. I've like known people online for years, and I see them in real life, and I just still don't know what they look like. And that's just that's how it goes sometimes. But okay, our first DJ of the day.
Yeah, speaking of common characters, the first DJ of the day? Word? All right.
Yeah, I mean, this is a character I actually expect to see a little bit more of. I know it's like just like talking to people out there. There was like a good amount of DJ players, but we just somehow haven't seen any of them on broadcast. I'm liking the DJ. Oh, all right. I already got the movement, the face movement.
Yeah, you're like, look, if I can smooth this much on this screen here, you're done for. Names are reversed here. We have Ben on DJ, MrPomegranx back on that Ken again.
And it looks like we may be now in losers matches to start qualifying out of these pools. Looks like maybe a lot of the winners have actually happened. I could be wrong on that, though. There's just honestly so much going on, and not everything's all fully updated, so I'll let you know as soon as I know. But last time that we saw MrPomegranx, it has been aggro, aggro, aggro.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're seeing that throw game again as well here. And, we got conversions this time. MrPomegranx leveled up in the meantime.
Honestly, I feel that super heavy. Oh, no, that might be it. Actually, is it going to be enough? Yeah, I'm going to spin the bar. Okay, very smart. But yeah, I feel that actually, I usually early in tournaments do a little bit worse with execution. And as time goes on, it's like I'm labbing against my opponents, right? Like the more I can actually not lose, the better I'll do further on in the bracket. So I actually totally feel that.
Right, exactly. So MrPomegranx looking pretty good here. Ben is on himself back in the corner once again. Tries to do, does Dragon Lash kind of set up a situation afterwards, works perfectly, goes for a throw, does it again. We're going to see a shimmy throw again? No, actually goes for the EX, kicks. What's wrong with you, Mon?
It's a good way to get out. Finally get out. All right, 2 in a row.
Again! What's wrong with you, Mon?
Can we get 3? Can we get 3? Just burn yourself out to do it. It's going to be a mental victory. Oh.
I was excited. I was really excited, not going to lie.
Wait, still chance? Still chance? Oh, never mind.
No, it's over.
That's one way to make sure that you don't get EX up kicked. OD up kicked is to burn the opponent out.
Thanks for ruining everyone's fun, MrPomegranx.
Yeah, just get hit. Come on.
Yeah, come on, be a guy.
We're not asking you to lose. Just get hit by a 3rd OD up kick in a row.
Right.
Not a big deal.
Yeah, everyone will be happy.
Definitely, MrPomegranx is one of the most aggressive Kens that I've seen. I mean, that is kind of a Ken play style, but for as strong of Ken player, one of the most aggressive that I've seen. I think once you get to a higher level, the Kens are maybe a little bit more like tame and patient and just takes advantage of the fact that the normals are so good. But this is just like, like we're just rushing down. We're just trying to win. We're trying to speedrun this bracket.
Right. A huge fan of like the tick throw situation and the walk-up throw situation. Ooh, but gets thrown for his troubles for a change here. MrPomegranx now finds himself in the corner, and Ben's trying to do the same thing in return here, but a nice Tatsu out there, beating any throw allegations. I love that.
Oh, the pressure we're getting, just challenging the plus frames right there and actually traded. That is very, very fortunate for MrPomegranx, but Ben, oh no, trying the EX up kick again. This should be it. No drops. Yep, it goes for the side switch, which is very, very smart right there, obviously. Getting that extra damage, knowing that obviously your side switch does not matter if you're going to win the round with it. But I still think a lot of people would have kind of muscle memoried into not going for that because they're just like, I'm in the corner. Why would I ever do that?
Right, exactly. Oh, all right, gets a sweep here. We haven't seen Ben do much on the Okazeme side of things here, so just kind of a few jabs. Very, very muted in response, honestly, and I feel like Ben needs to go for something a little bit scary to say, here's what my offense looks like.
Yeah, we've only seen kind of like these defensive options, but also like the one time that Ben got some plus frames, it was like a trade afterwards. It was a jab trade, which like should not happen. So it's just like maybe they just haven't been able to find their, I don't know, their flow, I guess. They gotta get your rhythm. When you're playing DJ.
Right, yeah, exactly. Maybe not feeling the beat, maybe not feeling the, well, they're definitely feeling the beat right now here. They find themselves in the corner again, jumps in, gets the up kicks, there we go. But still, this is still very hard for Ben, but there we go with the drive impact.
Spend it, spend bar, no! Just spend it! Okay, you're fine.
Everyone screaming from the audience like, no, we all know what this looks like. We've seen it from DJ in our nightmares.
Yeah, everybody was actually yelling the exact same time that I was.
Yeah.
Like genuinely. Yeah. But honestly, that's fine. And hey, you know what? You saved some meter for this round. That was just a scary situation. And honestly, this is going to be a pretty girly cash out. And this is going to be a pretty tough situation. 3 bars, you are going to be able to get a lot of good conversions at level 3 from DJ, but you're still just stuck in this corner. This has been the name of the game this entire set.
Ooh, another drive impact again, though. MrPomegranx is still not the hardest punches we after level 3. A backwards walk, close medium punch as well. Does another drive back, and again, just hitting him with the hard facts. Yo, invest in cryptocurrency, and just knocks him back into the corner. Like, there's nowhere to go. We're entrapped by all of it, and I'm sure that Ben's a little bit frustrated by it.
Yeah, honestly, that was like, you can tell, especially like this far in the bracket, that was one of those games where it's just like, oh, my opponent's just like doing things and they just happen to be working, and like it's just like, oh my gosh, nothing is working out right for me. So I'm assuming, especially the fact that, again, that they're this far in the bracket, that was maybe just not the best game for Ben.
Right.
Like, they had the idea of their pressure, but even in the pressure, like I said, crouch jabs were trading, which it shouldn't be. It was one of the things where just everything starts going wrong for you, and I definitely understand that situation. But also on the other side, MrPomegranx is one of those players that you can tell by their aggression that they're good at tilting people.
Right, 100%. Definitely coming from that plus R side of things. It's one of the biggest things you can do in that game. And so we're seeing a lot of that kind of transfer onto over here, and I think it was just very, very difficult for Ben to kind of get their bearings a little bit, because we didn't even see things from Ben like on the DJ side of like, okay, I'm going to do the backdash kick into like the overhead kick or anything that was really plus frames or stuff like that to really establish pressure.
Yeah.
And I think it might have been fear of just like, okay, this person's a loony. They're definitely going to DP at some point. And MrPomegranx, for all things considered, does not DP a lot.
Yeah, I don't actually know if there was like a single EXDP like in that set. Like maybe there was and I just forgot. Well, out of combos.
Out of combos. That's the big one, right?
Yeah, like really there wasn't even a need to, because if you're on the offense the entire time, right, like it's like, well, it's just going to work out for you. Right. So I'm assuming, again, that was probably a qualifying match. When you get in loser, it's a lot more stressful, right? There's those matches that are like, they're still stressful in the winners, I guess you could say like the winners finals of each bracket, where it's like, we're both qualifying. Let's see who's like in winners, who's in losers. Obviously, you don't want to go losers, but you're not going to be too stressed about not making it out of pools. The losers bracket, it is way more intense, because if you are one match away from qualifying out of pools in losers and you don't make it, it feels terrible.
Right. You're like, I was almost there and everything like that, but still, once again, if you find yourself out there, even reviewing the tapes, and you're just like, okay, I'm really frustrated how I want to play and stuff like that, and you're hearing this, you're doing a great job. Seriously. Like, the players that we've seen this entire time have been playing at such a caliber that I'm at the point where like, I don't think I can touch anyone. I'm like at the point like every single person I've seen on stream, I don't think I could take a set against them. Yeah. Everyone is really strong, and you all are doing amazingly out there. And maybe if you're even a new player, just say, hey, here's your aspirations out here. Everyone can grow to this point here that everyone becomes strong. Keep up the good work, everyone.
Yeah, this has been, especially as we get towards the end, that's the real question of skill, though, is like, who has the best facial movements before the actual match? And
right, we've been seeing a lot of good ones.
We have. Hemi is, I think, new to the stream. Yuukirena we saw playing as JAK, so I'm assuming that this is going to be, again, one of those losers matches to get out of pools as they made it down. But I gotta say, we are just chock full of guiles today.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So I know that Hemi is a TO as well in terms of like Smash and the Strive and everything like that. So, you know, big shout outs to Hemi. Also taking the time to play the game as well. So you love to see like the TOs who also get to be players for a change.
Yeah, I mean, shout outs to all TOs. My local Skullgirls tournament, I lose to my TO every single week, so only so much shout-outs to them. But
yeah. Except for that TO in particular.
Yeah. Oh, nice reaction to the DI with the DI. And interesting, just getting the side switch only right there. And unfortunately, loses that side switch immediately as Jury's got quite a good amount of movement. Now you can't get hit by a single thing, and now you're going to get by a lot.
Yeah, I was going to say, I actually like the idea of doing a side switch there instead of trying to go for a big combo, but you have to be ready for whatever the opponent's going to follow up with. You have to say, I'm good at watching my opponent and reacting to it, and unfortunately, Yuki actually showed out that they are the better reaction player.
Yeah, and there's not always going to be really good ways to get those side switches, but obviously corner means quite a bit, especially to Guile. Ooh, nice, gets the full conversion past the little solid state boom right there, like you call it. And this is looking a lot better for Hemi. Of course, not being in the corner is always going to be better for anybody, but especially Guile.
Absolutely, but you can see Yuki just walking forward towards Hemi, and Hemi's actually not moving backwards, not using that real estate whatsoever. So Yuki actually was able to get in just by walking. It's a very walkable city, and Yuki's using every step of it.
Yeah, this level is not in America, so you know it's a walkable city.
Yeah, we're over in France right now. We can walk anywhere. It's nice.
Yeah, look, we can walk a little bit, get a little cup of coffee. It's early in the morning.
Guile's confused. Like, what do you mean you can walk towards me? I don't understand.
Oh, that was such a good way to get in, by the way. That was really, really scary. You almost guaranteed you had to land on a boom. Didn't win the round, but I do have to say that was really, really smart. Just being able to do the low to the ground dive kick against the burnout opponent as well is I want to say, relatively safe-ish way to get in. So I think that was very, very smart. But sometimes intelligence pays off only so much.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You know, I feel like Hemi started to come back a little bit here, reacting a little bit. That was an interesting reaction, mind you. I wasn't ready for that either, but hey, whatever works, as long as you call it martial arts.
Yeah, I mean, these are kind of martial arts. Whatever Guile's doing.
Yeah, whatever we've had this man for 30 years. We still know what the hell this guy's doing.
Yeah, they're his own version of martial arts, doing flip kicks and punching the sky or the wind so fast that it becomes a projectile. Whatever he's doing.
He's definitely the worst member of the Air Force, but they keep it on here because he looks cool.
I don't even know if he can fly a plane.
Yeah, he
to be
probably
honest.
doesn't know how to do that at all.
Yeah, we need some confirmation here. Oh, nice, gets the jump over the DI. Now he's going to have really good screen positioning. Even after that grab, I mean, you've still got the life lead, you've still got the screen. Got to be really careful about burning out, though, using that last boom. And hey, this is one way to not have to spend any more meter on booms, is you just throw a bunch of normal booms with meter.
Right, exactly. Buy a little bit more time, they'll get some more of that drive gauge back, so looking really good there. But Yuki, once again, just kind of walking in very patiently, even punishes the drive rush in as well with their own medium kick, and going to push towards the corner here. This is a critical art, so there will be a lot of damage, and it should be enough.
It should be, even if it's not, it would burn out, but I do think it's more than enough. Yeah, that's a nice, solid little combo, and that is going to be a close game one. I mean, that was a real back and forth. It was just, there was so much drive gauge available, and of course, normal meter in general for Yuki that it was just one touch. No matter what happened, it was going to be one touch, and that one touch actually managed to happen, especially with that crouch medium kick. It's going to be just, I think, the first crouch medium kick in the game, or at least one of them, for this cancelable one for sure, and there it is again.
And like the confirms as well from Yuki are looking very, very good, making sure that, you know, maximizing all the damage. That means maximizing the push towards the corner here. We're back to the corner once more. And just, Hemi is not getting an opportunity to breathe here. And it is terrifying right now. Yuki, calm down.
Okay. We've seen this a few times now, where it's been like, okay, the first game is really slow, and then the second game, it's like 5 seconds.
Right.
It's like, okay, somebody figured out the pattern. And this time it looks like it's Yuki. Once again, on the offense. Okay, finally an AX Flash landed.
God, that throw whip had a screamer from the crowd about that one. It was loud. I heard it.
There's definitely some supporters here. The crowd's been filling out a lot. Definitely a lot of late wake-uppers. I
Yeah,
don't know, that's
the
not
late,
the word,
late bloomers.
I don't know. I was about to say that. I was like, that's not quite right.
That's a little
late
bit off
risers.
there.
Late risers.
Yeah.
There we go.
Delayed wake-up.
Yeah, you know, our first few matches of the day, we had a little bit of an empty crowd here. I understand that. I would be asleep myself, but we have definitely got a pretty loud crowd now, and definitely some sort behind some of these players. Yuki starting to really bleed here, just from little hits here and there, mostly through sonic booms. Yeah, we're careful of anything.
Yeah, I like that little walk-in as well there. Playing it still a little bit patiently just in case like Hemi decides to do anything crazy. And the reaction from Hemi! That was absolutely wonderful. Good stuff.
I do like that choice overall to kind of go for that at that moment, because that might have been game off the wall splat, even from blocks. There was so much gauge, both gauges from Yuki at that point. They're still level 3, and we might just see the instant conversion into level 3, yeah. One of the biggest things here is that there's only 2.5 bars right now of drive gauge, which is going to immediately just, I don't know, melt. There's going to be maybe a couple blocked hits away from, here you just don't block. Regardless of what happens, it's going to be a good turn for Yuki. That should be it. That should be GG. The perfect and the pop-off.
Yeah. I'm a little bit surprised at that throw at the end there because there was no more drive gauge, and maybe Hemi missed that, so try and maybe throw and expecting the drive to come out, but it's like it was so far away that sometimes those little flinchables happen, and you just like press the first button that's kind of in mind, in fear, and unfortunately it did not work out. But nonetheless, that was some great play because we saw Yuki a little bit earlier. It looked like they were struggling a little bit in the matchup. But this time, what a comeback. What a glow up. Like people have taken a break from their first matches. And like you said, people are starting to wake up. We've crossed over that threshold of hours I'm actually awake. And some of these players are coming back and playing really, really well.
Yeah, I mean, especially too, like playing from game 1 to game 2 there. Again, it was so slow in that game 1, and you can tell, especially with, I think, with a lot of guiles, like it's very like mentally taxing to get through like these pools. And we've seen a lot of guiles, and you can see, I think that pop off, just from all the pop offs I've seen, there's different types of pop offs. There's pop offs where it's like, yeah, I'm the best, and there's pop offs where it's like, I am so relieved right now. And I think that's the one that we saw right there. Like one match away from not making it into out of pools, and you have to fight a guile, and you're like struggling, and you're just constantly trying to get your way in, and like you could tell that it would have been like a really hard defeat if they'd taken that defeat, but the moment they won, it was just like, yes, thank God. Like honestly, maybe like that's all that matters, you know, like we don't even need to look forward into whatever top 96 is. Like that is just kind of maybe the goal right there. So you'd love to see the people happy when they win.
Right. The only one who was taking defeat there was Hemi, who took defeat. So still, nonetheless, really good stuff to Yuki, keeping it out there. Keep it up strong here because you have a lot of good play ahead of you, and there's a lot of strong players ahead of you. And speaking of strong players, Betadood is back. The masterful Ragnar showing that power of the Ryu once again. Starting off our morning strong, returns once again here.
Yeah, we've already seen one Ryu qualify, Lilman, making it out of, out in the winner's side in losers. I know that's a weird way to put that, but the higher losers seed out of that pool, I believe. Or no, I'm sorry, they're actually in the lower losers seed because they lost earlier to NuckleDu. But Lilman did make it out earlier with Ryu. We can see if we can get another Ryu. The Ryu play has been really good. We saw Betadood on stream earlier, and their Ryu was looking exceptional. I wonder who they ended up losing to in the bracket. Maybe I'll get a chance to see that. Like I said, they're like literally like 6 different pools playing out at the same exact time right now, so keeping track of every single one is really, really tough as we're here watching some good matches. But without a doubt, we're going to see another banger of a match here. Every single of the losers finals match or the Hell's finals match out of all these pools have all been amazing.
Oh yeah, like we're getting that real high concentration. I mean, we've already had great matches all the way leading up to that. But now we're finally getting to that concentration skill where we say, okay, this is the top 96, but the top 96 is really going against each other. Like it's competitive to get there. We're at that point where everyone's playing against everyone, and even like the likes of NuckleDu could start losing at that point too. We were a little bit worried here and there, some of those rounds and everything. So I think we're going to see a lot more of that coming in here, and the match is going to stay hyper competitive.
Yeah, and also, again, like you can see, again, like how the reaction was after winning that last game. But these players, they're now in kind of their like life or death situations as far as their bracket runs. So it kind of means a little bit more. I know, obviously, again, you as a good competitor, you shouldn't have this mindset. But especially in 3-out pools, if you make it to winnerfinals of your pool, there's definitely, I don't know, like a feeling of you're like, well, whatever, you know, I'm gonna try my best, of course, but I'm happy that I made it out of pools, and now I just like want to beat this person. But if they're like a little bit better than me, then I'm just gonna be like, okay, it is what it is. I still made it out of pools. But obviously, you shouldn't play like that as a strong competitor. But it's very hard not to sometimes let that take advantage of you. But if you're in the losers bracket, you're not feeling that at all. You're like, I am literally fighting for I made it out of pools at this big event, or I didn't make it out of pools, and I'm never gonna say that to anybody.
Right, exactly. So I love that a lot for sure.
Yeah, so it's That's a great. Oh, somebody's trying to put the. But I don't know that
there's no cameras on here,
that
so. But I did actually want to say something about Betadood, who I was saying to our left. Actually, we do have like another row of games, Street Fighter 6 available, and Betadood was actually sitting down for a little bit, doing a little bit of grinding.
Ooh.
So like mid-tournament grinding. This guy, they never stop. They never freaking stop. So I'm a little bit scared as well. But this is the first Kimberly we get to see of the day.
Ooh, yeah. We've seen a lot of repeats now, especially Guile. So if you want the exact opposite of never hold down back, I don't think Kimberly players know what the block is. They're probably like Mortal Kombat players. They think it's a block button and they just haven't found it yet.
Yeah. I'm gonna find it someday though.
Yeah, no, I definitely know that feeling as well though. So we're gonna see a lot of offense, and Betadood, I think last time that they played had a little bit more of like a slow-paced matchup. This time around, it's definitely going to be fast-paced. I think that Betadood was a little bit more aggressive. This time they're going to have to maybe react to a little bit more offensive options. Right now, though, it's all looking Gucci.
Right. So on the other hand, we have InitialB, who I know as an XR player, but is a multi-game specialist as well. Very, very specialized. I believe they do use Chip in XR as well, if I remember correctly. Correct me if I'm wrong, InitialB. I know you know where to find me. So I'm very curious to see like how the pressure works on here against another fellow anime player who can react to that sort of stuff.
Yeah. This is. I actually feel like Kimberly's like an anime type character as well. Like just with how many options you have, getting a little bit more like I guess one could say like I don't know, set play, like setup mix-ups, like with the very nice teleport. But yeah, honestly, there's just like a lot of creative options, and that's something that I feel like a lot of anime players are really, really good at because they're just used to having character designs like that, which I think are so sick.
Right, exactly. And I think we're seeing a lot of that expression here. You know, we're seeing the teleport used as like an anti-approach move, which feels like ironic and like counterintuitive, but it's working so well for InitialB there.
Yeah, it's almost like less of a teleport, more of like I'm phasing out of existence for a moment.
Right. Like, this is my reverse DP.
I'm smash spot dodging, but
yeah,
not
exactly.
That is actually like very much what it's like. I didn't make that connection until I just like accidentally said it, but that's what I'm going to call that from now on.
You're a genius. You're a brain genius of all time.
This is definitely a big turnaround, though. The one big thing here is that especially, Ryu does have some really solid damage, so if you're going to make any mistakes or take any big risks against Ryu, it's getting punished for sure. We've also seen Betadood really, really good at a lot of like the donkey kick combos, so just knowing a lot of these optimals, make sure the screen carry and the damage is max, is looking really good. Still staying pretty even, though.
Yeah. But I mean, now we see the corner once again here. This is where InitialB definitely shined last time when they took their round against Betadood. But Betadood seems to be upping their defense and focusing more on getting out of the corner instead and forcing InitialB to approach them. And it's working out so well here with this confirmed. Goes straight into the level 3. Didn't need to do it, but has to send a message real quick and say, hey, look, you are starting to fall into my game plan, and I'm going to mentally and physically damage you as much as possible. I am the optimal.
Extremely unnecessary, but very necessary. Maybe you gotta take a drink of water, you know? You're like, I need a moment more. They can auto-rematch. By the way, best thing about Street Fighter 6, the rematches are instant. I wish every game was like that, man. I mean, like, I'm more used to that in old games, but this, even compared to old games, the rematches are just, like, the fastest. They're blazing fast, and bless you, Capcom, for making it that way. It has made tournaments run so much faster, and, yeah, I don't know, that was just my little shout out.
No. I agree with that shadow absolutely here. But I wonder if we're going to miss some of the things and aspects of the games where it's like, okay, I need to slow down a little bit, stuff like that. I know someone online made that point before, but I'm wondering if we're going to miss some of that when it's very much needed to say, I need to breathe and to process a little bit, because the brain learns everything when it rests.
Right. Well, you know what your time rest when you do is when you kill with an unnecessary level 3.
Yeah.
So maybe that's the strategy there. And already, of course, we're into another round that's very, very aggressive. InitialB is just taking, okay, that was the save, just the light version. Oh, this should be a big punish. What do you got here? All right, the full combo with the teleport. I like it. Gonna get the wall splat again. Are we gonna get a setup off of this? We are. Into the overhead that should have connected.
Oh no! How could this happen? Chef, all right, we're good. We're cooking still. All right, knock him up in the upper here. Nice little top 2 kick to finish it off.
All right, a little bit scary. Now, I think right there it was supposed to be like crouching eye punch into the light little like elbow, but then the crouching eye punch didn't come out. Could have been a lot worse. At least there was still some coverage there. Still, that was a really, really cool like whole setup in the corner. And already, I mean, Betadood doing a lot of damage, but InitialB just needs to find those moments. Air-to-air air grab. I love that. Izuna drops always high.
Oh yeah, Izuna drops are the coolest move in all of fighting game history. You cannot argue me on this.
I'd have to.
Yeah. But Betadood actually using the toss to get out of the corner there and get some real estate as well, pushing InitialB back into the corner here. So InitialB has a lot to really accomplish here because it's so hard to get through Betadood's defenses and capability and bravery to just like EXTP at any given time.
Oh, the cancel. And it just goes for a little bit of pressure. This is actually pretty scary. There's a lot of meter on the side of InitialB. And again, even if they land it and then they don't actually get the kill, that's going to be that big advantage with the buff for Kimberly. So, oh, this could be a good opportunity. Oh, now that would have also scaled really heavily. But hey, you know what? At least you're going to save your meter, I guess? I don't know. It's a toss-up, right? You want the buff at round start, but you also want to be able to get the damage from level 3.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you want as much silver lining as you can. You say, okay, look, that didn't work out, but here's what I have to work with next time. It's a very Guilty Gear mindset as well, saying, okay, I saved the burst, at least I can work with that next time.
Ooh, and just one standing medium kick, getting the burnout.
Oh,
okay.
no! No!
Oh, I can't believe it. Just do it. I should have looked over to see the players' faces for that. That was a risk. Oh, okay. Not gonna get burned out. Not gonna burn out. There's still a really good set of pressure here from InitialB. Oh, the jump over in the back throw.
And the burnout as well. All right, going for the result level 3, but I don't think he pressed anything. Unfortunately, so there we go. Heavy pounds counter into the EXDP. They have to laugh at that one at minimum because Betadood bet it all.
I would be so tilted right there. But honestly, the thing about it is that Betadood was playing in a way where it was like never risky, right?
Yeah.
Betadood's taking 0 risks the entire time. And then one interesting situation where it's like, well, if you're going to get the grab punish on perfect parrying the jump light kick, then you're going to get it. If you're going to try for something more greedy, then you're done. And that's exactly what it was. Like one attempt at that, I think, was so smart. Saving it for like the end of a set, the end of like a lower bracket run, like everything about it, it was just like the perfect time to use that.
Right. You know, once again, Betadood's just super optimal against playing against other players and really understands how to make the most out of otherwise very simple tools. And some people are just really, you know, they integrate themselves with the game that way. And I think that's a perfect example of like Betadood understanding, here's all my options from a fundamental level, and here's where I can break the rules the one time I need to. And look, I've never even seen that before. I played plenty of matches, I've never seen that before. But that was absolutely wonderful. Definitely punching the lights out of the opponent here. But hey, we're going to be punching out, but not the lights, because we're going to be going on to our next matches here shortly. But please, stay tuned. Thank you for hanging out with us. It's been a great time so far, but there's a lot more Street Fighter 6 coming on here. So once again, I'm Ryudo, joined here with Wonder Chef. Any closing words, my friend?
No, you know what? Keep watching. Plenty of games here at CEOtaku. We're not even close to done.
Hell yeah, let's do it, baby. But until then, we'll see you all soon.